anti-gravity treadmills, and highly trained physicians and athletic trainers. JOI is truly where the pros go, and so should you.
Hicken here. After work's done for the day, I know you like to find your favorite sofa or recliner and watch the game. That's why you gotta call Zero Res this month. At Zero Res this month, tell them I sent you, and you'll get 25% off all upholstery.
Zero Res.
Looking for the best deal on your next set of tires? Tire Outlet never falls flat. We offer the best selection, best quality, and the best prices on tires so that you can find the right ones for your vehicle. And with over 40 years of experience, 15 locations across Florida, and a legendary price match guarantee, you can trust that your vehicle is in great hands. Our skilled technicians are ready to maintain and repair your vehicle to keep it operating its best. Tire Outlet, wholesale prices, premium service.
Tire Outlet.
David here with Royal Pest Services. That grass is waking up from its winter nap. Royal is close to applying products that help bring it out of that dormancy. Our granular aeration allows treatment to get to the root system. Visit royalpestservices.com to schedule a free estimate. It's grow time!
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here. Ladies and gents, please put your hands together as Dan Hicken enters the studio.
You know it! Yes, sir! Get up, Googans! This is your wake-up call. Cloudy, humid, with a chance of showers today. Good morning, Jacksonville! We are family. Let's go! I threw somebody out of my family yesterday.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I did. They're out. PGA Tour. No longer a family member of this guy.
Maybe you should be introducing some people to your family.
I'd like to tease our new segment starting next Tuesday.
Uh-huh.
It's called Brunch with the Saudis.
Well,
Yeah.
you're going to be eating good.
Stewie Moore will be here. Tom Alter, Brunch with the Saudis. Holy cow, what a bombshell that was. As we left here yesterday, I got a phone call from a buddy, the Bit Man. And I mean, honest to gosh, like all of you, is this a joke? Is this a joke? Is this what is this? This can't be real. It was one of the most stunning sports announcements I've ever heard. I sat here like a dolt, like a lamb to the slaughter, and supported these dunderheads down here and sat there and stuck up for them and said, you got to draw the line in the sand somewhere. Right is right and wrong is wrong. And I listened to that tour commissioner tell me you've never had to say you're sorry for being a member of the PGA Tour. You do now.
Mm-hmm.
Commish, and I use that term loosely. If he keeps his job through this, we learned something very real and very obvious that probably I was naive about yesterday or this in my life. And I apologize for not, telling you all these things that I should know, but in the end, it's about one thing and one thing only. And they don't care how much, the more the merrier. And they don't care where it comes from. They don't care how they get it. In sports, it's about one thing. We've learned it collegiately. We've learned it in Major League Baseball through strikes. It's been reemphasized again in the game of golf. It's about the money. Follow the money. It's all about the money. It's about the greed. And that's fine. And this PIF, I know it has its tentacles in a lot of companies. Dan, you use these companies. I know. But this one was so obvious with me. But LIV won. They won. And Jay Monahan is a spineless subhuman and should not be the commissioner of the PGA Tour. And the fact that this leader of men told them, it's a player's tour. It's a player. We all decide together, and then went off with two other guys and the sheikh. Is it sheikh or sheik? Whichever.
Chic.
And formulated this plan and told no one is disgraceful. Disgraceful. He should not be the commissioner of the tour. If I was Rory McIlroy, and I don't feel like totally sorry for those guys. They're all still, everybody's making tons of money, okay? But if you for 1 second believe any of these lies that, well, when the LIV guys come back, they're going to have to pay fines. Yeah, right. If you believe that, you're an idiot. Don't believe anything that ever comes out of Jay Monahan's mouth again. Again. And I'll just say, for me as a sports fan, and this is all I can do, okay? This is all I can do as a sports fan. You lost me. I'm out. I don't care. I'll watch the majors. That's about it. I'm not, Jeff can handle the golf from here on out. He can remain a golf fan. I love you know what I'm watching, E? I'm watching college golf. And I'm watching Rose. I'll go watch Rose on the LPGA Tour. She's a new sensation. I'll watch Rose, and I'll watch college golf. I'll watch high school golf. I love golf, the game. The PGA Tour, you can have it, man. I'm out. I support. No. I'm done. I'm not gonna be a hypocrite. I'm not. And listen, in a way, we all are. I get it.
Absolutely.
I get it. But I sat here and supported the tour through this and railed against the LIV guys and said, how could you take this blood money? And it was what is right and what is wrong. It was cut and dried to me. It was just wrong. It was wrong. And by the way, the PIF, get to know that because PIF's coming in sports. It's already here, but it's coming to our sports. It's going to buy a NASCAR race or a team or a Major League Baseball or an NFL football, or it's coming. What's going to happen when they start a football league and they want to pay our quarterback, what they paid that soccer guy the other day?
Yeah.
Huh? You think Trevor's going to keep quarterbacking the Jags? Or is he going to jump to the new league that they start over there in Dubai? The Dubai drum beats, So, anyway.
And I'm sure there's a lot of people out there that are feeling like you, Dan, like, I'm done.
I'm done.
But not saying that you're going to do this because you might be done.
I'm done.
However, just like when NFL and cap and all that stuff happened, I'm done.
Oh, yeah.
I'm done. I'm not watching the NFL. Yeah. But guess what?
Yeah.
They all bad.
No,
NFL
but I will not
ratings
be
as
the
high as
I will not be the fan that I have been of the PGA Tour.
Uh-huh.
I won't. I'm not going to do it. This guy Monahan, the best thing he should do is never talk again. I've never seen more. And I know that this dunderhead has somehow convinced himself with these other two dunderheads that this is what's best for the tour. This is the best thing for the tour. That, we get this and we'll do this and we'll have this money available and in the long run, people will, I know that you've convinced yourself. But then you shouldn't have said everything that you had said over the last 2 years.
Yeah, that's bad.
It's disgraceful. It's disgraceful.
The interview he did with Nance.
Yeah.
Oof.
You'll never have to apologize for being a member of the PGA Tour. I understand what those 9/11 people have been through.
That's what's tough.
Oh,
that's what's tough, man.
I just again.
How do you look those families in the face, or
if I was Rory McIlroy, I wouldn't have gone to the meeting yesterday. I wouldn't take his phone calls. I wouldn't talk to him. And if he ran into me and said, Rory, please just listen, I would say, listen, don't even come near me or ask me to ever do anything for you again. I will never do anything for you again. I'm just a golfer. And listen, and I know people, well, what about the golfers? Now they're going to do, you condemn the guy, and I did. But these guys made a conscious decision to stand with the tour, and then the tour went ahead and signed up with the villain in this. It's
like I could have signed up with the tour.
Yeah. You know how much money Rory McIlroy, Hideki Matsuyama lost? They should have took the money.
Right.
And you know who was right about all this a year ago? Trump. He sat there and predicted it.
He did.
He sat there and said it in July, less than a year ago. These guys are going to be losers because in the end they're going to merge. And when they merge, those guys who took the money, you always take – and you can hold me to this as long as you're here. Any athlete who takes the money, so be it. Take the money. Because the tour cost them. And they lit his ass up yesterday in that meeting. But, like the little baby that he is, he just sat there and took it. Monahan, the 4 o'clock players. He should resign immediately. They should demand he resigns. How much did he get? I'll just question over here. How much of a raise did you get with this merger? We all want to know, Mr. Transparent. Ugh. Gosh, it's fine. I don't care. I won't even I'm out of the fantasy golf. I'm out.
Hey,
brunch
disowning the family member.
Brunch with the Saudis starts on Tuesday morning. Stuart Moore, Tom Alter, all the boys be here representing them. I feel sorry for them too. What a disgraceful leader. What a disgraceful leader he is. What he did to those guys. LIV won.
Yeah, they won. Yep.
Koepka won. Pile on Chambly, make him the, bad guy, whatever. He stood by his, guns. The whole thing just reeks to me. We're going to have, we got a couple good things cooking today. We're going to do trivia early because we got our friend Jonathan Murphy of the fabulous First Coast Murphy baseball family coming in. So I wanted to get his take on some baseball stuff, and he's going to hang out with us for a while. And then Matt Every's going to come by. I'm going to yell at him for a while, probably a good half hour or so. And I'll start perusing college golf, and I'll see when Rose is playing again on the LPGA Tour. I don't know what the tour stop is this week. I don't care. And by the way, you understand what's going to happen on the PGA Tour as this all unfolds. And the only reason they let it out yesterday is because somebody got in wind of it and it was going to break.
So they had to.
Yeah.
That's why it dropped just like that.
Like that, out of the blue. You didn't even tell Tiger Woods, who is – and no one will remember – the only thing you'll remember about Jay Monahan is the fact that he doesn't have a spine in the history of golf. But Tiger Woods will live forever. Has done more for the game and more for those players and more for the tour than any human being ever, and you didn't include him in it?
He didn't have time.
He turned down. They've been doing it for 7 weeks, He had time. 7 weeks.
Oh, man.
He turned down $800 million. And, I was disappointed, honestly. I love Jack Nicklaus to death. I was disappointed in his response. If this is best for all of a sudden we just turned a blind eye to where the money's coming from. That's okay. And again, I know, I get it. You don't have to tell me. I know the NBA in China. I know that the PIF has its tentacles everywhere. But this is just right in your face. Like at any point in our lives do we say, this is just wrong. This is just wrong. Yesterday I was looking at pictures of D-Day.
Uh-huh.
They stormed the beaches at Omaha.
Right.
that the nerve and the unbelievable 19-year-old kids just running up the beach, just getting picked off by snipers.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I just wonder if it happened today.
No. These kids, no.
No. That's why they're the greatest generation.
Yeah, agreed.
But anyway, so we got a busy day. Are we doing trivia next, or are we doing it at 30? What are we doing? When are we doing it?
30. We're going to do it at 30.
All right, so I'll just – oh, and by the way, on top of everything else, the Mets lost to the Braves last night. Shocking development.
You're just taking the L's, dog.
I mean, Mets are up 4-1, and I kind of peek. I'm like, oh, huh? 4-1 here? You know, Alonso and Lindor hit home runs. And, of course, we can't hold the lead. They score 4 in the 6th. Then we had 4 hits. We suck. Sorry, Judy Bug. And they all want to blame Buck Showalter, our manager, and that's what New York does, New York media, and they blame manager. Never blame the players. They've all underperformed this year. It's just, I don't know, we're 30-31. We stink.
Marlins won.
Good for them. I should probably root for the Marlins. I should buy a Marlins hat.
No.
As long as I'm in all this change in my life, I'm done with the tour. I'm not done with the Mets, so I'll just pour further into the Mets. It's all right. I'll just watch more with the Mets. I'm going to tell you this. I am not putting on wherever they're playing this weekend. I'm not. I don't care. Like I said, I'll watch the majors. I like the majors. But it is what it is. Oh, I've got also a great poll question today. I was curious. Our one-to-one financial poll question of the day. As the Jags roll out their plans for the new stadium, which they do this morning. We got a lot of news going on, don't we?
News heavy.
Hey. This is at 10 a.m., by the way. After we leave, they're going to show the renditions. And apparently, it sounds to me like, and again, I'm premature in this, but this is what we do. We have 4 hours. It sounds like Shad's going for hook, line, and sinker here, right? I'm going for the stadium, a little bit around the stadium. I'm going for the big $2 billion package. You know, it's like when you're buying a car, you get it fully loaded.
The sports package.
Sounds like this one's fully loaded to me, which is fine. I say go for it. Yeah. But I asked you in our one-to-one financial poll question of the day, how do you feel about how the city should help? Okay? And I gave 4 options, and there could be others. But these are the options I gave you. Split it 50-50, $1 billion each. If Shad's going to put in $1 billion, the city going to put in $1 billion, we get a $2 billion, stadium of the future. Be awesome. Cannot lose the Jags under any circumstances.
Nope.
That's the second one. Let the taxpayers vote is the third one. Jags should pay majority is the fourth one. I have 500 votes already. You can vote at Dan Hick, and he'll post it on the 1010XL site as well. Cannot lose the Jags is the overwhelming leader.
For sure.
48.7. 50-50 split $1 billion each. Has 31.3%. Now, obviously, I talk to a lot of sports fans on Twitter, so but I love the fact that 80%, an exact 80% have chosen $1 billion each or cannot lose the Jags. Only 3.6 say let the taxpayers vote, which is good because they would vote it down. And Jags should pay majority 16.4. This is good news. And if the Jags were 3-13 last year and didn't have Trevor, it would be vastly different, my friend. Vastly different. But this is all good news, man. So this makes me happy that it seems like everybody's on board. We got to get this stadium deal done. Let's make it happen. And the framework begins today when the Jags unveil what they would like to do. It's kind of like when you decide you're going to build a house, okay? But if I tell you, you're my builder. I tell you, okay, this is what I want, this is what I want, this is what I want. and give me all the bells and whistles. And then give me the number. Now, do we work backwards or do we work up? How do we work on this? And you're coming to me, and can I afford it? That's the first question. Can I afford this house? And if I can, hell yeah, I'm doing it. Well, I think we can afford it. And we know it's time. We have to do it. So here we go. Should be fun. That's happening at 10 o'clock today. And I think you can watch it on with the Jaguars.com. I think they're going to show it.
Okay.
Yeah. So that is going on. You can vote at Dan Hicken. As I said, he'll post it as well.
Oh, it's posted.
It's already posted. So we'll look for some more votes on that. We'll report on that throughout the day. But I think that's interesting, and I'm glad that so many people understand this. All right? All right, let's do this. Let's take a break. We're going to come back and do trivia early for you 6 o'clockers because we have different guests lined up, 7 and 8. Get Smart John has been flexible with us, and we appreciate him so much. But remember, he doesn't work out today, so he's okay. It's not like we're cutting into his workout time. So we'll do that more when we return right here. On a hump day. I'm sorry, E. What day is it?
It's a hump day.
On the drill.
The Drill from the studios at Republic Services. We'll handle it from here.
1010XL.
Have your boarding passes ready.
Jacksonville Sports Radio Mothership.
That's one small step for man.
Here's Linda Beaver.
We know that you have options when it comes to buying or servicing your vehicle. We also know that not all experiences are created equal. We promise when you choose to do business with Beaver, you will always get a genuine smile when you arrive, commitment to what you need to accomplish with your purchase or service, and lifelong relationships with a team that cares. Pair all that with a huge selection of inventory. You can't go wrong with Beaver Toyota in St. Augustine or Beaver Chevrolet in Jacksonville. We promise we're here to wow ya.
At Batteries Plus, we power family road trips. We power bedtime stories. We power our local hospitals. We power connections with friends. We do more than replace batteries and fix phones and tablets. We help our neighbors power their lives. How powerful is that? Visit Batteries Plus for free auto battery testing and free installation, too, at most locations. See batteriesplus.com for details.
Prosser here for Lifetime Enclosures and Lifetime Flooring. With the weather now hot as can be, look ahead and get that backyard ready for fall with a new open air or screened-in enclosure. Maximize the space you have and make it great with Lifetime Enclosures and Lifetime Flooring. They truly are the best in the business. So if you have the space and the idea, give them a call today. Lifetime Enclosures and Lifetime Flooring. Showroom just off Phillips Highway. Tell them Prosser sent you.
You know, many plumbers won't quote prices over the phone and instead charge a service fee for an in-home estimate. Of course, because they know once they're in your home, you're probably not going to send them away. But Roland Reach Plumbing is different. Roland will give you a price quote over the phone. And there's never a trip charge or service fee for an estimate. So if you've got a leak and can't wait a week and don't like paying unnecessary fees, call on Roland Reach Plumbing at plumbingjacksonville.com.
You don't have to be a football star to get a signing bonus. The team at Republic Services needs your skills, and they're paying up to $5,000 for you to join the roster. You'll be joining a winner. As an essential business, the Republic Services trucks have not stopped rolling with hourly and weekly pay and better benefits and vacation packages than the rest of the league. Driver trainees, $1,000 sign-on bonus. CDL drivers, $3,000. Diesel mechanics, $5,000 bonus. Join the winning team at Republic Services today. Visit republicservices.com.
Equal opportunity employer.
The IRS has just received $80 billion in funding to hire additional agents for aggressive collections enforcement. If you owe the IRS, now is the time to take action before the IRS comes after you or your business. There's no time to waste. Call J. David Tax Law, a firm right here in Jacksonville, for a no-cost consultation at 904-507-4777. That's 904-507-4777. Or visit jdavidtaxlaw.com. Peace of mind is only a click or phone call away.
Hey, I can hear from my friends at Shark Coatings. I did it. A lot of you have done it. Some of you haven't. It's a great time to do it. It's summertime, right? And I'm telling you, you can change your garage from just a gateway to get into your house, a room that you never look at, to a room with endless possibilities. Sports bar, golf simulator, just hang out in there, ping pong table, workout room. You can do it with Shark Coatings. Go to shark4coatings.com. Shark4coatings.com. Get the free estimate. After you get the free estimate, pick your pattern, pick your date, and let them do the rest. 15-year warranty. So much better than epoxy. And they get it done in one day. It's anything concrete, pools, driveways, patios. Go to shark4coatings.com. And ladies and gentlemen, you'll thank me later.
He's not Pistol Pete, he's Pete Prisco.
Been on the wanted list almost 20 years.
CBS Sports senior NFL writer Pete Prisco joins the Frangie Show Friday afternoons on 1010XL. Brought to you by Showtime Sports Cards and Collectibles.
A lot of companies will tell you they're the best. At Custom Tree Surgeons, they show you every time. Custom Tree Surgeons has built an all-pro team. Every tree service professional has years of experience, continually trained and certified. They know what, when, and how to handle any job. It gets done efficiently and quickly by a team of experts. So for tree trimming, removal, stump grinding, and emergency services, forget any name other than Custom Tree Surgeons. There is no job they can't do better. Go to our website, CustomTreeSurgeons.com. That's CustomTreeSurgeons.com. And let them show you how the job is supposed to get done.
This is Hayes Carline for QC Kinetics. Remember when you were going to get that pain fixed this year? Well, the year is almost halfway over. If you're still dealing with that pain, enough is enough. Pills are not the answer. Surgery is not the answer. You need to call QC Kinetics today at 904-274-5522. Set up a free consultation in Mandarin or Ponte Vedra. The advanced regenerative medicine solutions at QC Kinetics can give you a life without chronic joint pain. You can do all those summer activities you love. How do they do it? By taking healing properties from your own body and applying them right into your achy joint. Your tissue can be repaired and restored naturally. You can have life-changing results without drugs, surgery, or downtime. If you have pain in your knees, back, shoulders, hips, enough is enough. Call QC Kinetics now, 904-274-5522. That's 274-5522.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, the official personal injury law firm of the Jaguars, protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555, Jacksonville. Now, Get Smart John, brought to you by Cannons of Jacksonville, your best shot for trailer hitches.
You're not hallucinating, Googans. It's oh so early. Will the synapses be firing? We're about to find out. We've got, you know him, you love him. He's bald, he's beautiful. He smells so darn good. He's Get Smart John, TriviaNation.com's own. And he graciously has agreed to join us in the 6 o'clock hour. This one's for you, 6 o'clockers. A little trivia early. Good morning, Johnny.
Good morning, Guggen. I appreciate your passion, by the way, this morning.
Well, I mean, it's just ridiculous. And
no, you said money.
Money. And I was naive, and I'm mad at myself for trying to do what I thought was the right thing and supporting who I thought was a good bunch of people. And
yeah, well, you know what? And it could be argued that I've always kind of liked Rory, but when he did, he kind of took the helm at this and kind of was the spokesperson.
Yeah,
you could probably say that he probably cost himself maybe some championships because he was not fully devoted to his game because he was trying to push the PGA thing. Wouldn't you agree?
He definitely cost himself hundreds of millions of dollars. I know that.
Yeah.
So,
for not going.
Because he could have went. Hideki could have went. Sam Burns could have went. A lot of these guys had offers and turned it down, and then this guy turns around and joined forces with, I don't know. It just
kind of like the evil empire.
Yeah, I'm not. I don't like Jay Monahan at all. I don't like what he's done. I think he's a spineless commissioner, and I think he should resign immediately. But nobody cares what I think. So.
Well, it'll be interesting to see how things play out. Okay. All right, let's do some trivia.
Let's do it.
All right.
Trivia. Have you signed with PIF yet?
No, I haven't.
No, you're in.
No. No. I'm loyal.
Okay.
I'm loyal to 1010.
All right.
I'm not going anywhere. Okay.
I mean, are you doing trivia on 690 or something? What's happening?
No.
All right.
Definitely not. That's good. I like that. Okay. Ivy League.
Ivy League. I love the Ivy League.
In 1865, a university in Ithaca, New York, was established by and named for what founder of Western Union?
That would be Cornell.
That would be Cornell.
Yes.
Yes.
I know my Ivy League.
Correct.
You know why? Because I can't get in.
You know where you can't go.
I'm not welcome there.
I'm afraid you have to leave.
Yes.
Okay. Geography.
Oh, no, you didn't.
Where's Jeffrey?
I have to.
Wake him
I'm going
up.
to give you. You know what though?
What?
I'm going to go out on a limb here, Dan.
Don't say it.
And say you're going to get this.
All right, let's go.
Okay. All right. On clear days, Seattle residents.
You can see forever.
That's probably true, but not the answer. Okay. On clear days, Seattle residents are fond of saying, "The mountain is out," meaning which mountain can be seen.
I think he might know it because he's Seattle, but is it
Rainier.
Mount Rainier.
Yeah.
Yeah, attaboy.
See, I told you I had confidence in you.
Yes, good job. That's Seattle. Love.
That's Seattle, baby.
How many times you been to Seattle, E?
Right, 7 times.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, never been there.
I've been there a couple.
You know, never really been to the Northwest. Like to go one of these days.
It's a long way, I'll tell you that.
Mm-hmm.
Long flight.
Government. Established in 1934, which U.S. government agency regulates TV, radio, cable, and satellite broadcasting?
I think that would be the FCC.
It would. Can you tell me what it stands for?
Federal Communications Commission. Federal Communications Commission.
Very good.
Yeah.
Very good. Yes. All right. Sports. Which horse, whose name can mean a result of getting caught speeding, won the Triple Crown in 1948?
Okay.
Result from getting caught speeding?
That's
a ticket or a citation?
It won the Triple Crown.
Citation. That's it.
Yeah.
Good job, E.
By the way.
Yes.
By the way, back a couple years ago when we were on Beat the Brains, Jeff may have asked that question, and our team got that.
Very good.
Yes.
Good job, E. Once I heard, I know that name. I know that horse's name.
Stop playing with me.
Yeah.
Very nice. Literature.
This is in your wheelhouse.
No,
he's a well-read man.
Yes, that's what I hear. That's right. And of course, he's a connoisseur of many things.
Yes.
One for all and all for one is a motto traditionally associated with the heroes of which novel?
I think that's the Three Musketeers.
I think you might be right.
I think you're right.
Yeah.
That was easy.
Yes.
Don't ask me to
Very
name
good.
them. Don't give me any extra credits. Let's just keep going along.
Yes. Okay. I'm going to give you another sport.
Yes.
With a bonus question, too. I did this, in fact. And by the way, these questions were from last night.
Wonderful.
Okay. Yeah.
I didn't play last night. I was at the television station.
Yeah, you're not Tony Baselli.
No.
I was at a Jumbo Shrimp game.
You went to the Shrimp?
Yeah.
Not a boy.
Nice.
They lost.
Okay.
Shrimp lost.
Within 1 year, either way, what year did the Houston Texans join the NFL as an expansion team? And for a bonus point, who was their first head coach?
Okay, so that was Cleveland left, so that was around, I know this. It's early 2000s.
Okay.
Because they played Dallas. 2002 is my guess, and their first head coach, I also know, I believe that was our guy who lives in Jacksonville a lot.
Cower?
Capers. Dom Capers. It's Dom Capers.
Okay. So we're going with 2002.
I'm going whatever you say.
You say within 1 year?
Yeah.
Let's go 2001.
All right.
Okay. 2002 is the exact year.
All right.
Okay. And you're correct on the bonus. It's Dom Capers.
Yeah.
Yes.
I knew that one.
Yeah.
You scared me a little bit when you asked me, and then I kind of was thinking 2000, so I wanted to make sure.
No. You did well. Okay. Relatives. 93-year-old actress Tippi Hedren, who starred in Alfred Hitchcock's film The Birds,
Yes.
is the mother of which 65-year-old blonde actress?
I know this too.
I think you do, Mr. People magazine.
But I can't think of it. I was hoping you were going to ask me what movie was she in. She's like
The Birds.
It's
right?
yeah. It's like a it's a starlet. And the dad is a famous guy too. I think. I know this. How old is she? The daughter?
She's 65, which is hard to believe too. Now you think of her. Anyway.
I don't know. I want to say like Jane Mansfield, but it's somebody more contemporary. It's not her. I don't know.
Again, we're looking for the daughter.
Yeah,
looking for the daughter.
I know. Like Jane Mansfield is probably like Tippi Hedren's contemporary. Yeah, it's
actually Jane Mansfield's daughter is one who is Mariska Hargitay.
Yeah.
But I see where you're going.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm drawing a blank.
All right, let me give you. Okay, you pretty much didn't get it. Let me give you a hint.
Yeah,
and this will probably give it to you.
Yeah, I'll take the L on it, but you can give me
Okay, she was also married to Don Johnson.
Oh, Melanie Griffith.
There you go.
Yeah.
Melanie
Who's the
Griffith.
dad? Do you know?
I don't. So the only ones I know that had famous parents were Jamie Lee Curtis, who had Tony Curtis.
Yeah.
And
no, it's Peter Griffith. Yeah. He was a child stage actor, but that's it. Yeah.
Oh, okay. See, I didn't even. The dad didn't even really register.
No, I thought the dad might have been some star too, but not. So I was wrong all the way around.
Well,
damn it! Yeah.
Okay. Ocean. Yes. Ocean. Yes. What's the second largest ocean?
Oh boy. What's the largest, E?
Oh boy.
Pacific?
I would go with.
This is a blue question.
I would I'd go with either.
Is the Indian an underrated large ocean? Damn it. I mean, you couldn't just ask us. Okay, hang on. You said the second largest ocean.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I would guess that the Pacific is the largest.
Should we go Indian?
Why?
I don't know. It just sticks in my head. What do you want to go with? Atlantic?
That's the first that pops up in my head. I don't know. You want to go Indian Ocean so bad? Let's go with Indian Ocean.
Indian Ocean.
Atlantic.
Ah! Indian's like a small ocean.
Probably smallest.
Okay.
Tiny little ocean over there. Just a little. It's almost like almost like a river.
See.
Okay.
Oh well.
You can't get them all. Yeah. Okay. Movies.
It's off the chains now.
I think you will get this one.
Great.
For what movie did Jamie Foxx win his only Oscar for Best Actor?
Wasn't that Ray Charles
Ray.
one?
It got to be Ray.
Yeah. Yes.
Is that true what they're saying about him or not? Like, have we heard from Jamie Foxx? Is
we
he
haven't
okay?
heard from him, man.
Is he in rehab? What's the deal?
No, somebody. I mean, there's a lot of rumors.
But we haven't heard from him, so something's going up.
Yeah.
Like, he had a seizure apparently.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Like,
Very
say he's
odd.
paralyzed, half blind.
Yeah. But I don't know if that's true or not. Then his daughter said these are all falsities. He's out playing pickleball or
right,
something.
But there would be video pictures. If he was out playing, like, come on, he would say something.
Yeah, it's very odd.
That's true. It is.
Well, hopefully he's okay. Yeah.
I wonder if it has anything to do with Liv.
He's a great actor.
He's a great everything.
He really is. He
Actor,
really is.
Singer, musician, comedian.
Yeah.
He does it all.
I'm going back to In Living Color. He was hilarious. You know. Okay. America. Name one of the top 2 states with the highest percentage of people who speak French at home.
Okay, so it's got to be up there around Canada, right? French, right?
Sure.
So it's got to be one of the New England states. So like Maine.
Okay.
Okay.
You can always go with New York because of Buffalo, but that's not.
I like the thought process.
Rhode Island.
No, it's one of the ones that touches it.
Okay.
Like, isn't Vermont and New Hampshire there together, but don't they touch the top?
Sure.
But Maine probably does the most. But Maine's not very big.
No.
But I said Maine, so let's just throw Maine out there and see what happens.
Maine is correct. And the other one, very good, by the way.
That is good.
I thought you'd get the other one, not that one. I thought you'd get the other one, which was Louisiana.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So, well, that was very good.
Well, that's good. That was a tight one.
That was. No, and as I said, I like the way that you got that. Okay, we've got time for a couple more, gentlemen.
All right, my man.
Okay. Movies. In which 1988 movie did terrorists interrupt a Christmas party at the fictional Nakatomi Plaza in Los Angeles?
You know that
and
one.
For a bonus point, just say, within one, can you give me the year that movie was released?
Well, you just said it.
You said 1988.
Oh, I did, dumbass. Sorry. Sorry.
It's Die Hard.
Oh, okay. Well, I haven't seen Die Hard in full.
You haven't seen Die Hard?
No, not in full, really. No. I know
Come
that's
on, it's a great Christmas movie.
Great Christmas movie. Yeah.
Bruce Willis, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Cooking.
Oh boy.
Which candy-sounding name means to heat sugar in order to turn it brown, as it often does while cooking onion?
Caramelized?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. Look at you.
That was easy.
Wow.
He's a kitchen man.
Hold on. All right, don't be so surprised, John. I'm offended.
No. I forgot. I just got finished saying a few moments ago that you're a connoisseur, so you're absolutely right. Yeah.
I mean, listen, I don't know if you can be offended. There's some. I mean, we had a question about Charles Lindbergh, and you're like, I ain't never heard of that dude.
Yeah,
right. Like, come on, man. Chucky Lindbergh.
All right, boys. I got to run.
Thank
you guys have a great day.
Appreciate it. GSJ,
All right.
Get Smart, Johnny. We'll keep it rolling right here on a Hump Day edition of The Drill.
This is Brent Musburger's VSiN Action Update on 1010XL. Now, here are the latest lines from my guys in the desert.
And it's being brought to you by Duck Duck Rooter Plumbing and Air Conditioning, proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. The NBA Finals shifting to Miami for Game 3 of the series tonight. The series is even at 1 game apiece after Denver won Game 1 and Miami won Game 2. Denver is considered a 2.5-point favorite tonight. The over-under at 214.5. Overall, Denver a minus 270 favorite to win the series, while Miami pays out at plus 220. Baseball this evening, the Tampa Bay Rays match up against the Minnesota Twins. Sean Armstrong on the mound for the Rays, who pay out at minus 142. The Twins pay out at plus 120. The Marlins host the Royals tonight. Edward Cabrera on the mound for the Marlins, who are minus 164 favorites.
For the latest odds all the time, visit vsin.com. I'm Matt Pauley.
This has been your action update on 1010XL.
Duck Duck Air Conditioning, a division of Duck Duck Rooter, is looking for experienced and dependable HVAC services technicians to join our growing team. Duck Duck Air Conditioning is committed to delivering the highest level of service to our customers. Successful candidates will be hardworking, dependable, possess strong problem-solving skills with at least 2 years of HVAC experience. Ready to get to work? Please visit our website at duckduckac.com and click on the careers page. We look forward to hearing from you. That's duckduckac.com.
Duck Duck AC is an equal opportunity employer. Only at Key Buick GMC receive employee pricing for everyone on all remaining 22 GMCs in stock. Also receive employee pricing on 23 GMC Acadias and Terrains, as well as financing available as low as 0.9% on all new GMC trucks. Key Buick GMC, the home of Jacksonville's clear pricing with no added markups, as well as the only Buick GMC dealership offering a lifetime powertrain warranty. Key Buick GMC, we are professional grade, corner of South Side and Gate. Please see dealer for details. EVs not included on employee pricing.
The Community First Igloo, the newly renovated Family Ice facility, is celebrating its official grand opening from June 6th through the 11th. The fun starts Tuesday with a ribbon cutting at 11:30 a.m. While there, check out the Key Renter Esports Gaming Lounge for free gaming from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. all week long. There's also free public skating from 10 a.m. to noon on Wednesday and Thursday, a beer tasting event, and a mixology class set for Friday and Saturday. For more information, visit communityfirstigloo.com.
Hey folks, Hickett here for Zero Res. You know, we all love living here in Jacksonville, FLA, and we're lucky to have so many families who serve or have served in our military. Zero Res, very aware, wants to show you their gratitude. So if you have a family member who's on active duty as a veteran, now is the time to call Zero Res. Why? 25% off carpet cleaning, towel and grout, upholstery, Oriental rugs. Right now, get a 25% military discount on everything Zero Res cleans. Zero Res, man, spell it forward. Zero Res, spell it backwards. It's the right way to clean.
At Big Chief Tire, we're always looking for ways to better serve the Jacksonville community we call home. Frank Frangie here. We're proud to announce the opening of the 5th shop location in Orange Park to provide more Jacksonville residents with a locally owned auto repair business they can trust. Stop by the new shop today for all your vehicle needs, from brake repair to new tires and more. Visit BigChiefTire.com or call 904-932-0950 to schedule an appointment today. We keep Jacks rolling.
What's the weekend in sports look like? I'm Dan Hicken, and I'll give you my take on the Weekend with Dan. Find it on YouTube and Facebook. Weekend with Dan, brought to you by Stone Core. We do outdoors better.
DivorceMenOnly.com. This is Kenny Lay of Kenny Lay & Associates. Our firm specializes in representing men in family law. That's all we do. That's our only focus. We can help with all of your family law needs, such as divorce, custody, alimony, and child support. For over a decade, we have helped thousands of men with these types of issues. We even have an appellate division ready to challenge a judge's ruling. If you need a family law attorney, go to DivorceMenOnly.com. DivorceMenOnly.com. Offices, Jacksonville.
Hello, First Coast. I'm sure by now you have seen our bright green GFL trucks and containers throughout the greater Jacksonville area. We're an industry leader in solid waste and would love the opportunity to earn your business. We're committed to customer service, reliability, and have an unwavering focus on safety. Whether commercial or construction, let us haul your waste away. Call 904-760-5880 to get a quote today. From GFL, Green for Life.
Bet you're driving to work, right? Wouldn't you rather be heading to the marina to hop on a boat? Hi, I'm Lisa the Boatanista with Freedom Boat Club, and I'm here to change your whole perspective of what driving is about. Imagine showing up to the dock, stepping out on the boat of your choice, and then heading off to new adventures. What is your passion? Wakeboarding, tubing, fishing, or cruising? And when you're done, you'll be home relaxing, enjoying great memories while someone else is cleaning the boat. Your boat is waiting for you at the dock, but where are you? We have a constantly growing fleet in 3 locations: Jacksonville Beach, Julington Creek, and St. Augustine, including deck boats, pontoon boats, skiing boats, and fishing boats. Why not pick the first boat you're going to drive? Visit us at freedomboatclub.com. Your fleet is waiting in Jacksonville, Jacksonville Beach, and St. Augustine, and over 350 locations across the United States, including Canada and Europe.
Clearwater. John, I can't even mow my side yard. It's so soggy. Man, my builder sucks.
Brent, calm down. This is a common problem in neighborhoods where houses are built too close together. You need gutters and a properly installed French drain that will soak up subsurface water. We can completely dry it up.
So I can take my builder off my speed dial now, huh?
Yeah, we got you, buddy. Let that builder bitterness go.
Clearwater irrigation
and drainage too.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, the official personal injury law firm of the Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Cash moves everything around me. Green, get the money. Dollar, dollar.
All right, welcome back. This is The Drill. It's a Hump Day Wednesday. I'm going to visit with Jonathan Murphy of the fabulous Murphy family, baseball family here on First Coast here at the 7 o'clock hour. We've got Matt Every coming in at 8, so a lot to sort through today as we make our way. We've got the stadium presentation at 10, all kinds of things happening. College football, one man's opinion, but I'm looking at the 2023 Impact Transfer Recruit Class rankings. Combined, we rank the top 25 groups of newcomers is what they are. Recruits and transfers combined based on who could see the most impactful immediate returns for 2023. All right? So, again, if you're building a program, you want to see your guys in this one, right? You want to see them show up. There's USC right at the top. They were 10th in recruiting. They've got a South Carolina transfer, a Georgia transfer, an Arizona transfer. So they got a lot of guys, so they're in good shape. They're number one. Number two, if you see this, you're happy. It's Miami. Canes. Shut up. They've got an Alabama transfer, a Washington State transfer, a couple recruits. They were 5th in recruiting.
Yes, sir.
Number 3, FSU. So I see Miami and FSU at the top, so what do I start thinking?
Where's Florida?
Okay, where are my guys going to be? Let me start looking. All right. FSU, by the way, we know what they do in the transfer portal. Unbelievable. And by the way, every impact newcomer that FSU has on this list is not from recruiting, it's from the portal.
Portal,
You know, the wide receiver from Michigan State, the corner from Virginia, offensive lineman from UTEP, tight end from South Carolina, D-line from Western Michigan, all portal guys. That's what they're great at. But now I got to find my Gators. LSU is number 4. Oh, boy. We played, by the way, 3 and 4. That's not good. Let's keep looking. Oh, look, there's Deion. Deion's done a pretty good job. He's got Colorado 5. And they were 23rd in recruiting, so they obviously hit the portal, which they did. There's Oregon, Oklahoma, Auburn, UCLA. All right, I'm through the top 10, E. Should I be concerned that my Gators are not there yet?
Be very concerned.
I'm not happy. All right, let's keep going. Are we going to make it? Kentucky is 14th. Still no Gators. Michigan, Tennessee, 17th, the Florida Gators. And this is a problem. Top impact newcomer, quarterback Graham Mertz, Wisconsin.
Woo! That's a problem.
We all hate him, the poor kid, already. We've all killed the kid. We got a safety from Michigan, a D-line from Memphis, and the number 209 recruit. We were 12th in recruiting, and we won 6 games last year. I saw somebody yesterday, one of the recruiting experts, say what Florida needs to do this year is they have to get to 7 wins because they have to be able to tell the recruits, we're building, we're trending, we're going upward. We had 6 wins a year ago. If you get to 7 wins, you can at least sell it a little bit easier than if you take a step back and all of a sudden, why am I going there? You've been there for 2 years. You've won 10 games. So in that respect, it's a critical year. They're all critical for the Gators. The Gators signed a strong class that includes likely early contributors and long-term help. Great. 17th. That's not exactly making an impact. Georgia's 22nd. You know, they really didn't do very well. Georgia, by the way, has a receiver from Missouri, a receiver from Mississippi State, an edge guy, and they were 2nd in recruiting. They already have the players, so as I said, they're a lock to make the Final Four. They're at 22. Alabama's at 23. Now, Alabama's going to be an interesting story because Alabama used to be the only program that could win with an average college quarterback. I don't think they can do that anymore. I think in this day and age, you got to have I don't think the days where this team is so loaded, but their quarterback was okay, you're going to win a national championship. I just don't think you can do it. You got too many hurdles to overcome. You got to win the SEC. You got to win the SEC championship. You got to get to the Final Four. You got to win the semifinal. You got to win the final. And then next year, you go to a 12 team, it's going to be even harder. You have to have a quarterback. Are you listening, Billy Napier? You have to have a quarterback. And I'm not sure that, and maybe they do. They got the kid from Notre Dame. They weren't happy with the way the guys played in the spring game. They got tons of talent, so they'll be interesting to watch. Anyway, just a little interesting take from one man on ESPN about the transfer portal and recruiting combined, and so who has the top newcomers. We're going to turn our attention to baseball and all kinds of other stuff. We got Jonathan Murphy in studio. He's the head coach at Trinity Christian, and he's a member of the fabulous Murphy family, the first family of baseball here in Jacksonville, FLA. We'll talk to him next right here on The Drill.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here. Bring in the heat. Your summer station. 1010XL.
Hi, this is Dave Barker with IHRS. If you're looking for a real solution to your thinning hair or hair loss, call IHRS now at 904-777-IHRS.
What's causing your hair to fall out? Can your hair grow back? Get to the root of your problem with IHRS Hair and Scalp Analysis. This analysis magnifies your hair and scalp 400 times to see what procedures can restore your hair. Call right now for your free analysis, 904-777-IHRS, or visit hairforme.com. Stop wasting money on solutions that don't work. IHRS has been restoring hair for men and women for over 30 years. They are the only clinic to offer the trademarked multi-unit hair grafting PRP platelet-rich plasma and the NeoGraft FUE hair transplant procedure.
Schedule your free hair and scalp analysis today. Call 904-777-IHRS or visit hair4me.com. Hairforme.com.
Want a low down payment and a low monthly payment on your next ride? Then you've got to go to Arlington Toyota Pre-Owned. Mia here. Right now, you can buy a pre-owned 2019 Toyota Corolla for just $1,000 down and $288 a month. Or you choose a pre-owned 2020 Camry, RAV4, or Tacoma for just $1,000 down and $388 a month. With over 400 used in stock plus more than 100 vehicles under $18,000, don't wait. 10939 Atlantic Boulevard and online at arlingtontoyota.com.
All right, gang, when you got a problem, you know what you need? You need a problem solver, and that's what my friends Chad and Sandy at chadandsandy.com are. In fact, they're problem solvers that come with a promise. It's prime home selling season. Right now, home buyers are actively looking, and with mortgage rates stabilizing, now is the ideal time to get your home sold for maximum dollar. Make the smart choice. Hire the agents we're recommending, Chad and Sandy Newman. Look, you may have what you think is a problem, and it's really not one at all. You want maximum equity from your home, but not sure how? Leave that to Chad and Sandy, because they are making you this guarantee. Your home will be sold at an agreed-upon price and deadline, or they will buy it. Lynn in Orange Park, I wanted to move to be closer to family. Heard about Chad and Sandy's success guarantee on the radio. I hired them. My home sold above list in 3 days. Call the agents we're recommending, Chad and Sandy at chadandsandy.com, 904-414-6200, 904-414-6200, or chadandsandy.com.
Are you suffering from chronic joint pain like Heather?
I have terrible arthritis and have had it for quite a while, and I've gone to all kinds of doctors trying to figure out what to do, and everybody just said surgery, and surgery was months of rehab, and I didn't want to do that.
But then Heather discovered QC Kinetics, local medical professionals who specialize in natural biologic treatments, non-invasive solutions designed to repair and restore damaged tissue in your joints. And she absolutely loves the results.
I like to tell anybody who's suffering that there are options that are not steroids, that are not surgery. You owe it to yourself to find out about QC Kinetics and find out what they can do for you.
No surgery, no drugs, no downtime. Discover QC Kinetics and learn more about natural biologic treatments with lasting results.
Call QC Kinetics, 904-274-5522. That's 904-274-5522. Don't wait. Call QC Kinetics today, 904-274-5522.
The flagship station of the Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Tired of the same old places for happy hour? Downtown's best is at Bellwether. It's Tuesday through Saturday from 4 to 7, with the exception on Friday when happy hour starts at 11 because why not? For all you late-nighters, Bellwether offers nightcap specials on Friday and Saturday from 9 to 11. Want a snack with your cocktail? Bellwether has a unique bar food spread. And guess what? All metered parking is free after 6 and weekends. That's Bellwether Downtown.
Working in the trades industry, going nowhere, sick of dealing with grueling residential install projects and demanding seasonal schedules? Become part of something better. All Weather Contractors wants you to join our multifamily and commercial construction property maintenance team now. Based in Jacksonville, we offer premium pay, bonuses, full benefits, 401k programs, employee stock ownership opportunities, and a culture focused on career advancements and opportunities. Build a better career in the commercial property maintenance industry. Apply online today at allweathercontractors.com.
I think I've been positioning Pet Paradise for you pet owners just perfectly. All right? You want the best for you and your pet. You get it with Pet Paradise. And so when it comes to that, Pet Paradise are the innovators. Everyone else, the imitators. They are giving you the absolute best for even the pickiest pet parent. We know how much you love your pet. We know how much your pet loves you. So for everything from state-of-the-art locations to the swimming pools to the indoor-outdoor suites, they got small guests in tiny town, on-site veterinary care. They have it all for you, and now even more. You know why? They're the innovators. Bring out the best in your best friend with now available dog training with certified trainers at Pet Paradise. Your pup can unleash their full potential while lapping up their resort-style amenities. From sit and stay to shedding, frustrating behaviors like jumping and nonstop barking, your pet is in the best possible hands with our friends at Pet Paradise. Go to petparadise.com.
It's time to fire up the grill. Houston's Meat Specials of the Week. 10 pounds of fresh jumbo chicken wings, only $12.95. 2-pack pork spare ribs, only $1.99 a pound. And whole T-bone steaks at $5.95 a pound. Only at Houston's Meats, Main Street and 295.
Picking here, after work's done for the day, I know you like to find your favorite sofa or recliner and watch the game. That's why you gotta call Zero Res this month. At Zero Res this month, tell them I sent you, and you'll get 25% off all upholstery. Zero Res.
This is your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist Local Sports Update, brought to you by Woody's Barbecue, IMET. Jeff Lagerman recently joined the boys of Jaguars today and made some interesting comments on the recently drafted Brenton Strange.
Brenton Strange is probably the best space blocker that I've watched on college film in a long time. The guy's an excellent blocker. He finishes well. But on top of that, he's athletic and strong. He's a good receiving tight end. And pairing him with Evan Ingram, I think is going to be exciting.
You can hear that interview in full by simply heading over to 1010XL.com and clicking on the On Demand tab. At 7:05, it's 72 degrees. Your time and your temp is brought to you by Bueller Air Conditioning. Stay cooler with Bueller. Stay tuned for more with The Drill right here on 1010XL and 92.5 FM.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, the official personal injury law firm of the Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
All right, 7:05. The man, the legend is here. Jonathan Murphy. I've noticed this about the Murphys. Why are you Jonathan and Daniel's Daniel? Why do you go full name? Why aren't you Johnny Murphy and he Danny Murphy, or Dan Murphy and John Murphy? Why are you Jonathan and he's Daniel? I was wondering this. These are the questions I asked Jonathan.
I think you can thank my mother for that.
She stayed there?
She took a lot of pride in picking those names out. So we're going to stick to them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like for me, it was like when I got in trouble, it was Daniel! I was like, ooh, I'm in trouble.
See, we went the opposite. So when I got in trouble, she'd go short and first name, middle name. So she'd go John Brown. Brown's my middle name. So then when I got in trouble, so we went the other direction. That's when I knew I was in trouble.
Yes, yes. How's the summer going? So what do we got going? You got travel ball, coaching, camps. What are we doing?
Yeah, the whole deal. Travel ball. Me and Tommy Boss got our own little travel ball organization. So we're kind of bouncing around the Southeast and doing some tournaments. We got one coming up this weekend in West Palm, and then running a little kid camp this week out at Trinity, 9 to 12-year-olds out there. We got about 70 kids.
Oh,
so
very nice.
We are herding cats.
Are we mining some young talent as we look? Kind of keep an eye on. Oh, who's this kid? Where's he? Oh.
Always keeping an eye out. Absolutely.
You had a great season. Baseball's tough because high school baseball, because once you get to a level, it's one and done, and you just don't know. And I kind of felt like you guys, and my son played at Providence, so we played Trinity. We saw you guys twice. We saw you in the preseason, and then saw you in the regular season. You handled us in the regular season, and I kind of felt like it was going to be a Providence Trinity showdown to go to the Final Four, is kind of what everybody was suspecting. But you ran into a Bulls team that had a kid who really got going pitching wise. Chase, is that his name?
Yeah, absolutely.
He's going to Clemson, and he pitched a gem against you guys.
He did, and he did that about the whole last month of the season. He
yeah.
got rolling, and there was nobody that really had an answer for him.
Yeah.
We had seen him about 2 weeks before, and he did the same thing to us for 6 innings. We were able to get him out of the game and make something happen in the 7th. But like you said, you come down to one game, and
it's tough.
Baseball is tough with one game. It's 7 innings. We show up at 7 o'clock, and by 9 o'clock, we're kind of staring at each other going,
what happened?
Is this really over?
Yeah.
After putting in. The cool thing is, from what I'm hearing, there are some strong rumors the FHSAA is going to go to 2 out of 3 in the playoffs.
But where do you do that? Like, I know Georgia does it, but at what point do you do the 2 out of 3?
So the format will be every round of regionals, from what I understand.
Really?
Is what's on the table. I don't know if it's officially been passed, and I think that would be in 2025.
Okay.
They're going to try to implement that if it gets passed. So every round of regionals goes 2 out of 3. I think you got to start the playoffs a week earlier, and then you do a Friday, Saturday series, and then the Final Four would still just be 1-1.
1-1.
Yep.
It would give you the better team does get to showcase a little bit more in a best of 3 than a one-and-doneer.
I think it's tough to have many complaints if you get beaten in 2 out of 3 series.
Right.
If somebody goes out there and takes
Right.
2 from you in a high school series,
Right.
there's not a lot you can walk away and
Right.
say, this call, that call. There's going to be so many plays that happen in a 3-game set that if you get beat, you get beat.
Now, you guys, your team, you have a lot of young kids who are, outstanding baseball players, but you have a core group of, are they going to be sophomores, or were they what
Yeah,
what group is it?
A lot of them that are going to be sophomores, so
Yeah.
2026 class, and then we've got some arms in the 2025 class ahead of them that throw the ball really well too. But yeah, they're a special group. Not only their talent, which is unbelievable, but the way they work, they just get after it. They're all wired that way. They work in the weight room. They're staying after practice, hitting, but it's a special group. I want to make sure I don't leave any of them out. On the sophomore side, the arms, we got Aaron Watson and Mason Smith. They're pretty special on the mound. And then you got Brady Harris is the center fielder we have out there. Braden Harris is a 2-way guy.
I get them all confused.
Yeah,
Too many Harrises or something. And they're not related, or are they?
They're not related at all, but constantly getting confused with each other. Ethan Wheeler's on the mound for us. He can swing it too.
Him.
Tyler Ellis plays some first base, a lefty on the mound that's upper 80s, touched 90 recently. Jordan Martinez will be in the mix there for us, playing some middle infield, probably shortstop for us next year, and Chandler Dantzler too, all in that freshman class that we have coming through. And so a lot of them got some varsity time this year, which was really good for them to get that experience. Aiden Arnett was another one. He's a Florida commit as well. That was in the outfield, that's in that freshman class, that hit in the 4-hole for us all year, had unbelievable at-bats as a freshman. And so those guys all kind of got their feet wet this year, and the hope is that that experience obviously will put us in a good position for next year, but definitely a special group coming through for us.
All right, if Jonathan Murphy's with us, he's the head coach at Trinity. I want to talk some other baseball stuff with you, but I'm going to give you the power to fix one thing in youth baseball. What would you do?
Oh man,
you are the czar.
That is quite.
And because here's the situation. Here's what I've never quite understood, Jonathan, and I need you to explain to me. It's. Well, let's take pitching for example. All right, we'll talk pitching for a second. Kids want to throw as hard as they can, and that's what they're taught to do. It's kind of like golf, swing and drive it as far as you can, and you'll learn the rest later. Well, in baseball, throw it as hard as you can, and then we start to take notice. However, there's so many variables, and what happens is these kids get through high school. If they happen to get into the 90s, and they get really into the 90s, they get drafted. They get drafted in the first round. And then the odds of them playing Major League Baseball drop immensely. Why is that? Because they're too young and they're throwing too hard, or too much, or they stop throwing in August and then they have to go to some showcase in October and they want to see them heated up and they haven't been throwing, and so they try to heat it up, and it's tough to balance.
It's really tough, especially on the arm side of things.
Yeah.
It's something that I spend a lot of time and energy putting into with our guys, mapping this out, not only with the training guys, but now that we're running a travel organization.
Sure.
When do you shut it down? When do you crank it up? You want to keep competing to be sharp for sure, but you don't want to overdo it. I think as far as guys getting to the big leagues, just everyone develops on a different timeline. So there are some kids at 18, 19 years old feel like a can't-miss prospect, and it appears that way. But there's another 18, 19-year-old kid out there that's going to end up at a JU, a UNF, maybe a Power 5 school as well, or maybe even a junior college, and they're just developing on a different timeline.
Right.
And when you're trying to get to the big leagues, you're competing against all of them once they get to their place at 22, 23 years old, and then you got the rest of the world that you're factoring in now too. And so it's just tough. It's a tough league.
It is.
The big leagues. I found that out from personal experience. It's a difficult league to get to. And, just the competition, I think, is so stiff. So not only do you have to be able to throw 95 now, you better be able to throw strikes. You better have at least one plus secondary offering.
Correct.
If you want to be a starter, another secondary offering that you feel confident in. And so there's not a ton of guys in the world that are able to do that. But it's tough. There's no doubt about that.
Yeah, it's incredibly tough. So what could you fix? What would you do? What could you do to help youth baseball?
Youth baseball is interesting.
What's your advice?
To
How about that?
To me, you got 9 to 12 years old, and then you got kind of 13 up, which is when you get to the big field.
Right.
I guess you call real baseball
Right.
at that point. 9 to 12, please just have your kids enjoy the game. That's the most important thing. If they are enjoying the game, they will get better.
Yeah.
Because they'll want to be out there.
Right.
If they get to the place where they're not enjoying the game, they're going to be miserable and they're going to wash out. They're going to burn out, whatever you want to call it. And so, well, how do you get a kid to enjoy the game? One, let them play multiple positions. If your kid's on a 9 or 10-year-old baseball team and they're stuck in left field, or even if they're playing first base, which is awesome, but if they're stuck there the whole time, it's probably the wrong team. They should be playing multiple positions, moving around, let every kid pitch so you can protect their arms. And I think some of it is just trying to win too early. Like, you're trying to bring home these little 9 and 10-year-old trophies. They're handing rings out to everybody now, too. I have experiences these travel tournaments. These kids are 11, 12 years old, and they're wearing these rings. And I'm like, man, you get this ring from Kmart, and we're throwing these kids out there so that you can go win this thing.
Right.
And competition's important. Kids need to learn how to compete, but within reason. It shouldn't be at the expense of kids enjoying the game.
Yeah.
And
Well, you talk about that. Here's one thing that I noticed, and this is from a long time ago, and I don't know if it's the same now because I had a 28-year-old go through it and then now an 18-year-old. But I wonder about this. Okay, so you go sign your kid up to play. My son, I have a kid. He's 7 years old. He wants to play baseball. Let's go sign up and play Little League baseball. But Little League is really almost gone now. It's almost like all travel. Like, travel doesn't necessarily mean you're a great player anymore. I'm just saying, I'm keeping it real here. So what was struck me is here I am, and this is more so with my older son. But it struck me that, okay, so I signed him up to play, and he didn't play till he was 9. And he went, but we would go play, but then he played, I signed him up at the age of 9. And so he goes and plays, and it's over like in May, the Little League schedule. And I'm like, what happens? Well, now the All-Stars and the travel and all that start. Well, how do you get on that? Well, you get asked or blah, blah, blah. I go, what about the kids who aren't good enough yet? You know, they're done in May. It's Florida. We should be playing ball throughout the rest of May, June, maybe even some July. Why not? So I've always thought that that's one of the things that, you know, because, again, kids, like you said, you might be a 9-year-old just getting introduced to baseball, and you might not be near as good as that other 9-year-old who they think is. But guess what? You haven't hit puberty yet either. As you say, when they get to the big field, things start to change.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think it really stinks what you said about the Little League or the rec parks. You know, I grew up playing rec ball all the way through 12U.
Yeah.
That's almost unheard of for someone who's serious about baseball now, and I don't have a solution for that. I wish I did. I think, unfortunately, when you go to a lot of these rec parks now, by the time you get to about 10 years old, and there's some parks that do a really good job. My son's at San Jose. They run it really well up there. Great facility, do a really good job. And there's still a few around town, but normally you get to a place where if your son is competitive, it can get difficult where there's not as many families at the park that are as invested that want to be, and I say competitive, I'm talking, kids that want to catch and throw. They want to do some stuff on their own during the week. They're enjoying the game and wanting to get better. And normally you're trying to find like-minded people like that want to get better as well and are enjoying the game. And so what ends up happening is you form a travel team because you say, well, the rec league's maybe not competitive enough, or, we want to be challenged a little bit more. And so you got a lot of families that steer away from the rec leagues at 9, 10, 11 years old. And they, like you said, they call it travel ball, but there's so many now. I mean, it used to mean something. When I was growing up, if you were on a travel ball team, it really meant, select. Yes, like you got picked, and it was a big deal. And like those kids were, I mean, I wasn't a travel ball kid. I wasn't good enough. Yeah. And so you had kids that could really play.
And again, no disrespect, but any kid can play travel ball.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
Right?
Anyone can find a team now. And so, but yeah, it's interesting. I wish that there was, and then the cost that gets involved with it. I wish there was a more affordable option. I mean, you'll have teams that'll go down to Sanford, Florida, and you'll have two Jacksonville teams end up playing each other down there.
That's the worst.
And we're like, what are we doing? What are we doing here, guys? Let's just meet down at San Jose, and we can go play. And we're driving hours, and you got local teams playing each other. So I think it's gotten to the point where you're not putting that one back in the box. That one's kind of escaped. But hopefully you find the right organization or team where the coach cares about the kids and he wants to develop them and he's got the right mindset.
And like I said, I appreciate. Listen, I follow it a lot because of my sons and stuff, and my son actually can talk a lot more about it. And I appreciate kids wanting to post things, but boy, I tell you, I tire sometimes on social media of, hey, I had a really good tournament this week, class of 26. I went 3 for 6 with a double, and this is, I mean, and I guess do you play the game? I don't know, but I mean, just like you said, love the game, enjoy the game, and see where it takes you. But ultimately, you got to hit the lottery to play professional baseball to get to the major leagues. And I just think a lot of parents like myself don't understand that.
Well, yeah, and what you touched on with the social media, that's, as a coach, one of the things that scares me a lot about these kids and this generation. And you hear it thrown around a lot about mental health and stuff, but like, these kids feel like they always have to be performing. There's never a time, and there's no freedom to fail.
Right.
And that's a dangerous thing.
Right.
When you don't have freedom to be able to fail and learn from it, you're supposed to always be performing and being able to put out that, hey, I killed it this weekend, and look at this, look at these numbers.
Right.
It worries me about these kids. Like, some of these guys have pressure that I didn't feel till I was probably in college. That, with these guys at 15 years old that are, these college coaches.
Well, a good example is your freshman kid, the one kid who, I don't know anything about him except for I hear all these things. And listen, the kid can play, he can swing it. I've, again, he hit walk-off home runs. Well, how do you look, Jonathan Murphy's our guest, high school baseball versus travel ball baseball? Like high school baseball, like I've heard things like, and I kind of tend to agree with this, high school baseball is about team. Travel ball is more about individual. In other words, and I wonder, like, do you have kids bunt during travel ball? Some coaches don't like to have them bunt because, you're taking away an at-bat where he wants to show somebody might be watching him, or, how do you handle that?
Yeah, so any coaches that want to play against our NBA organization, we will not be bunting. So you can go ahead and keep your third baseman back. It's not something that we do. We're not out there. I don't think there's many college coaches that are looking for guys to bunt. Now, hey, if there's a base hit down there and you lay down a drag and that's part of your game, go for it. But no, we're not going to sack bunt on our travel ball team. It's not something.
But in high school, you should.
But in high school,
it's about team.
And we talk to the kids about that, and it's a funky thing for them. But yeah, the high school team, you want to put team first and do whatever you can to win. And the good thing is, there's really not many college coaches there during the high school games. Just by nature, they're in the middle of their season. They're not gonna. They can't make it out to your game. They're playing during the week. They're practicing. They're doing everything. So we try to tell the boys that, hey, the high school season, enjoy it, be a great teammate, go out there, let's do whatever we can to win. And then travel ball is kind of your time to be a little selfish, I guess you could say, and go out and, hey.
Do you enjoy one or the other more?
I think I like the high school more. Anytime you can be more about the team and kind of look outside of yourself. And try to teach kids to be able to look outside of themselves. The irony is that as you do that, you'll actually enjoy it more and play better. When you're not thinking about yourself as much, you will play better because you're not looking into yourself and putting that pressure on you. So if I can think more about my teammates, it actually frees me up to perform better. So we try to tell the travel ball kids that too. It's a little tougher because they're aware of what the game is during travel ball. It's showcase and trying to show what you can do. But anytime you can focus on the team, I think it makes you a better player as well.
We got Trinity Christian coach Jonathan Murphy in the house today. We're going to visit with him over this hour. We're going to talk more LIV golf. I don't have to ask you your opinion on that, thankfully. But Matt Every's coming in, so we'll talk to him about it, and I'll pepper him with all kinds of questions. So that's coming up in the 8 o'clock hour. We got a busy day today. I want to talk some big league baseball as well. I mentioned Jacob deGrom, and just stunning news again yesterday. And the guy looks like he's got the great. And I don't know this. I have the untrained eye, but it looks like he has the best mechanics he's so free flowing when he throws, and yet he just can't shake the injuries, man.
Yeah, there's no telling with that.
Yeah.
With the Tommy John thing, some people think they figured it out. They haven't.
Yeah.
That's the reality.
30 Tommy Johns in Major League Baseball already this year. It's up like no one else. And I have a theory on it, and I want to run it past you and see what you think about it. We got that and more coming up. Jonathan Murphy, the head coach of Trinity Christian, hanging out with us today on a Hump Day Wednesday here on The Drill.
Now, Downtime with Dan, brought to you by Ameris Bank. Whether you need help with business, personal, or mortgage banking, we're with you. Ameris Bank is an equal housing lender. Member FDIC.
NBA Finals continue tonight. Oh, those Miami Heat. Oh, that Heat culture. Can they get one in? Can they take a series lead against Denver? Or is Denver just too talented, and Denver eventually is going to win? And you've got the little subplot of Nikola Jokic. If he scores 40 or more, the Nuggets are 0-3 in the postseason. 0-3. What if Nikola Jokic goes for 47 tonight and the Heat culture finds a way to win? It's a fascinating topic, really. And you look at Miami, they're not loaded with superstars. But man, oh man, they're doing something right. They've taken down the good ones. They took down Milwaukee. They took down Boston. Yes, they took down the Knicks. And now they're trying to take down the Nuggets. Pivotal Game 3 coming up tonight in Miami, South Florida, the home of the NBA for the next couple of days.
You love free. And at Ameris Bank, so do we. That's why we're proud to offer worry-free, hassle-free Ameris Bank free checking. Manage your money your way with convenient access to digital, mobile, and telephone banking, all with no monthly service fee or minimum balance requirements. At Ameris Bank, we're with you. For more information or to open an account, visit our local bankers in person or online at amerisbank.com/free checking. Other fees such as overdraft fees may apply. Ameris Bank, member FDIC, equal housing.
The Drill from the studios at Republic Services. We'll handle it from here.
Hey, in fact, we all want to feel better, especially when our joints hurt. Are you stuck on the sidelines, but you want to get back in the game of life? That's where my friend Dr. Alan Nathans comes into play. He's got that no-needle regenerative clinic for people with degenerated arthritic joints like bone-on-bone knees, shoulders, hips, and more. He uses that no-needle soft-wave tissue regeneration technology. It activates those stem cells, and it grows brand-new tissue. You get long-term results. Don't you do another cortisone injection. After a short series of treatments, you'll be back to your favorite activity. We're all living longer, man. It's a 100-year lifestyle. We want to live healthy. We don't want to wake up every day in pain, man. If you're like that, and you know who you are, go see my friend Dr. Nathans. You'll be glad you did. If you need information, it's Dr. Alan Nathans, drnathans.com, drnathans.com.
Hi, this is Dave Barker. Want to grow your hair back?
IHRS, right here in Jacksonville, is the only hair transplant clinic in the country that offers multi-unit hair grafting, FUE neograft hair transplants, and the 45-minute effective PRP treatments.
Multi-unit hair grafting gave me more hair in one procedure and within my budget.
Thank you, IHRS. IHRS showed me what was causing my hair loss and helped stop it.
Schedule a free evaluation and find out how to grow your hair back and keep the hair you have. Call 904-777-IHRS. Take the first step to restoring your hair today. Visit hairforme.com.
Now my hair will grow for the rest of my life. Thanks, IHRS.
IHRS has been restoring hair for men and women for over 30 years.
Call now for a free in-person or virtual evaluation. 904-777-IHRS. That's 904-777-4477. Or visit hair4me.com.
Did you know the 2023 Honda CR-V Hybrid never needs to be plugged in? The onboard system charges the batteries for you. When you think Honda, think hybrid. Good for the environment, great for your budget. Visit your local Honda dealer to experience the CR-V of the future today.
Saturday, June 24th, the UFC returns to Jacksonville. The heavy-handed Josh Emmett looks to turn back undefeated phenom Ilia Topuria, plus dangerous Brazilian Amanda Ribas takes on the future Macy Barber. Don't miss UFC Fight Night, Emmett versus Topuria. live from VyStar Veterans Memorial Arena. Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster.com.
Does your home or building need painting? For over 20 years, Performance Painting has had the privilege of preserving many of Jacksonville's most prominent buildings. That said, we feel like we're just getting started. I'm Jason Parker, and our team thrives on preparing, protecting, and preserving the homes, businesses, and public buildings that make up our local landscape. Contact us today to put our years of experience to work for you. Performance Painting. Prepare, protect, preserve.
Performance Painting.
Honey-do list around the house just getting longer? First Coast Home Pros has handyman services you can trust. From bathroom remodeling to home repairs, First Coast Home Pros has you covered. Go to firstcoasthomepros.com.
The off-season continues to build, driven by Tire Outlet. Listen for 1010XL's coverage of organized team activities and minicamp. Brought to you by Safe Harbor Seafood Restaurant and Market and Duck Duck Rooter Plumbing and Septic Services on 1010XL.
Picking here. After work's done for the day, I know you like to find your favorite sofa or recliner and watch the game. That's why you gotta call Zero Res this month. At Zero Res this month, tell them I sent you, and you'll get 25% off all upholstery.
Zero Res.
This is Coach Ellen Darley of Darley's Plumbing with my thoughts about the new rules in baseball. I won't miss the infield shift, and bigger bases are nice, but I'm most excited about the new pitch timer. That should speed up the game, but could also lead to more balks, especially since there's at least 13 different ways a pitcher can balk. And if you're balking at the high cost of good plumbing work, call my team at Darley's Plumbing, where quality counts. We're online at darleysplumbing.com.
License number CFC 056702.
This is Keith Catlin for Catlin Truck Accessories, and we are so blessed to be in business for over 100 years. Over 100 years of the best product and customer service means you can count on Catlin. From Roll and Lock bed covers to Lear toppers to Cam Locker toolboxes, Catlin Truck Accessories has you covered when it comes to your truck or van. We do those too. Got a fleet of vehicles? We can outfit them all.
Who can you count on? Count on Catlin.
One name, one location, 100 years. You can count on Catlin.
E.T., give me a Duval in there.
Duval!
That's very good, but I meant the Duval sub. It's the sub of the month this week at the Daily's Dash. We'll get one this month, and you'll know exactly how good it is. But I almost feel bad like pumping up one sub or sandwich as the sandwich of the month at Daily's because they're all so doggone good. Oh, it passes the taste test every time with the freshest, most quality ingredients, always piled high for your eating pleasure. Make sure to head by the Daily's Dash this month. Take advantage of the sub of the month. It is the Duval, and thank us later. The Daily's Dash, there for you.
Need protection? Call Craig and Christine Kaprosky at Goosehead Insurance. The Kaproskys are a husband-wife team committed to finding you the right coverage at the right price in just a few short minutes. For home, auto, flood, or specialty insurance, Craig and Christine Kaprosky are the answer. Craig.Kaprosky at Goosehead.com.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, the official personal injury law firm of the Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
All right, we're hanging out with Jonathan Murphy. He's the head coach at Trinity. Great athlete in his own right, by the way. You were drafted, Jonathan Murphy, right?
I was drafted in the 19th round.
That's
so my
great.
round does still exist, which is good. There's 20 of them. So
That's an accomplishment. It was Minnesota?
Minnesota Twins.
How about that? I remember that. Now, did you get any money to go play? Did they give you a signing bonus?
I did. I negotiated really tough. I held out because I was a senior signed,
Yeah.
and so they wanted to do 1,000. I said I'm not signed for less than 2,000, guys.
Attaboy.
Okay. And
All
so
right,
I got
all right.
$2,000 through some
Excellent.
tough negotiating.
Excellent.
They brought a hat along with it that was way too big for my head that didn't
Yes,
fit. And
I like
so I
that.
still have that hat. Can't
Okay.
wear it, but
Now,
I kept
where
it.
did you report after you signed with the Minnesota? Jonathan played at JU, Providence, JU, and where did you go when you were after you were drafted?
I went down to Fort Myers.
Okay.
And so there was.
So that's a good spot.
Yeah, it used to be called the Gulf Coast League. I think it's called like the Florida Complex League now.
Is that did you play in the same stadium where we just played the Final Four, or was that not there yet?
I was not allowed in that stadium. So
the side
that
fields.
was where High A played. So I was on the, if you saw those backfields back
Yeah, I
there,
saw
that's
them.
where I was allowed to hang out
That's
and play.
okay. They're pretty nice too.
In front
John.
of, there was a couple moms there usually at each game hanging out, and maybe a significant other. No one knew we existed, but we were back there.
Yeah.
We had a good time.
And how long did you give the professional baseball world?
I think how long did they give me
How
would be
long
the
did they
better
give
way
you? Okay.
to say that. But no, I got drafted in 12, finished that year out, played all of 13, and then played most of 14 and got released on the back end of the 14 season.
How does it? Would you have kept playing? Were you stunned when you got released?
I was not. I saw it coming. I just wasn't good enough. There's so much. There's so much talent.
But how does that? As a kid who's excelled, I mean, again, understand this now. Jonathan Murphy was a great athlete and actually played football for a season. We've always talked about that story. I like that. Just in your senior year, just said, I want to go play football.
I did, just out of nowhere.
Yeah, I love that. And you did, and did great. And then, but so how did that process like start to sink in for you as like, I'm not making it, or I'm because you usually in your mind you're all right. Well, I'll get him next. I mean, baseball's a game of failure. You fail all the time, so you learn to deal with it, and you got to know that good is around the corner. But so how do you process that? I'm curious.
Exactly, and that was probably the tougher part for me. I mean, physically, I may have had some of the tools to be able to play at a AA or potentially a big league level. I had some of those tools, but the mental side, I think, is exactly what you hit on. Once I got to a place where I started struggling, and I couldn't get out of it, and it just kind of spiraled on me. And I, as a senior sign, we joked about the $2,000.
Yeah.
I knew my leash was pretty short,
Right.
and so I started feeling that pressure a little bit too. I knew, like, I'm not a first rounder. They're not going to keep giving me at bats if I don't perform.
Right.
And I think that pressure started weighing on me. And then once that spiraled, and then it kind of got away from me, and before you know it, they're calling you in the office and telling you, "Thank you, I appreciate it."
So how did you, when that was over? Did you battle any? Like, was there any kind of like, gosh, this is really done. I want to go play somewhere else, or I'm depressed, or what am I going to do? Or were you already thinking about those type of things?
Yeah, I got an offer to go play independent ball in the Frontier League, which is a pretty solid independent ball league. My wife was pregnant at the time.
Oh boy!
With our first child, and so I kind of.
First of like, what do you have, like 6 now?
We got 4 running around. We've almost got a basketball team. Not quite. We're getting there. I could fill in and play the point maybe for us. But I got that phone call. Talked to my wife about it. She was like, go play. She's just unbelievably supportive.
Wow,
and I looked
great.
at her and I said, look, it's time to grow up. I'm not going to be a big leaguer. I'm not going to make a living out of this. I really enjoyed baseball. Baseball's been great to me. Obviously, I still am a part of it. I had a feeling I was going to end up coaching. And so I wanted to start my coaching career and kind of get that kick-started, and so I was able to do that and just decided, it was time to move on from the playing. It was great to me. I learned a ton, and I'm really thankful for my playing experience, but it was time to move on for sure.
What is the biggest challenge of coaching high school baseball?
Ooh, that's a great question. I think with high school, the challenge and the most enjoyable part too, they're simultaneous, is just building those relationships with the kids, trying to relate. On our high school roster, we'll have probably 40 kids between JV and varsity, and so trying to build relationships with each and every one of those guys and take the time to do that can certainly be a challenge. It's the most enjoyable part of it, though, but being able to, each kid's unique and different, and so you want to be able to relate to them and build that relationship is probably the biggest challenge and enjoyment simultaneously out of it.
Yeah, it's what about during the game? Like as you see the game now as a head coach, so all the decisions that, and when you talk to like Tommy, who came from UNF as a pitching coach and having to adjust for him as well, like what types of things run through your guys' minds as you coach a high school baseball game?
Yeah, absolutely. You're trying to, pitching changes is a big one.
Right.
When you've got, we've got some horses on the mound that are starters.
And you got to know the rules because you can't go over pitch counts on certain days.
They're not messing around with that now.
They don't mess around.
They start handing out year suspensions for going over pitch count stuff. They really scared some high school coaches in the state of Florida this year when they handed out a couple of those suspensions. But yeah, so you have your starter, and how long does he go that day, especially when you got a horse on the mound? Do you let him go his full 95 or 105 depending on his age, or you've got a guy in the pen? Is this the time to make the move there? Like you said, bunting earlier. In high school baseball, if you can make people handle the baseball, a lot of times that can lead to some big innings. Yeah. And so I think those are probably the biggest decisions. But honestly, on game day, it really, practice is where the coaches kind of get to do their thing. We just try to let the boys go play on game day and enjoy it and go out and play fast and free is the goal.
Why is high school baseball so good in this area? And listen, I say in this area. I mean, and it is because so many of these kids, again, kid out in San Francisco just showed up. Colorado, we got a pitcher from Nice who just made his major league debut. and he's 27. I love those stories. Every guy has a story. Like you're telling me, every kid who hangs in there or goes professional and eventually if they do get to the big leagues. Justin Lawrence for First Coast High School. I watched him, and it's incredible stuff. But the state is so chock full of great players, man.
Yeah, climate's a big part of it.
Yeah.
Guys playing year-round. I think in Jacksonville in particular, you see a lot of talent come through because of just really good coaching.
All right.
We have great high school coaching in the area,
Yeah.
and so they're developing guys. We talked about guys enjoying the game. We got coaches that are instilling that. I'm not going to try to name them all because I'll leave somebody off, but there's a ton of great high school coaches in our area.
Yeah, there are a lot of good coaches. So, and it's fascinating. All right, tell me about Jonathan Murphy is in studio with us. I didn't see what Daniel did last night. How did he do? Did you check? I didn't check.
Either. I need to look it up.
He was 328 going in. I'm the only one who follows him in all of Jacksonville for the long. He appreciates me following him when he does well with the Long Island Ducks.
Oh yeah, I've been keeping up with him. He had the hit streak going.
Yeah,
absolutely.
He said he had a bad weekend, 0 for 9 on the road or something. He said he hadn't played well on the road. He said those bus rides get to you there, old man.
It's tough at that age, I would imagine, to make that. It was tough to make that bus ride at 22 years old. I can't imagine.
What's the age difference between you two?
5 years.
5 years?
Yeah.
So he must have been a great big brother then. And so I mean, you two talk hitting like nobody else, and you would watch him hit, and I know that you could talk hitting with him, and you could see things in his swing constantly that, when you watched him play.
Yeah, having him, as an older brother, as I was coming up through high school, college, pro ball was just an unbelievable resource. We'd be constantly talking both mechanics, mental side, all those things, and he definitely was a big part of growing my love for the game. Being able to watch your older brother go out there and play the way that he did, you obviously want to try to, emulate that.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, we've been able to, through hitting, build, a really great relationship, and through baseball, I think it's definitely made our relationship stronger.
Although he's really, I love him. He's gone over the edge a little bit with his mad scientist. He's got a little bit of that Back to the Future nutty professor guy in him. You know what I mean? And this swing stuff he's working on is fantastic. But he'll grab me, and I'm a 60-year-old fat guy, and he'll say, "Stand up, Hick." And I'll get up there, and he goes, "Put your hands. Do you feel this?" No, I don't feel that. I don't have an oblique. I don't have any muscle there, Daniel. But he's like, but that guy can talk hitting like no one else. I think somewhere down the road he'll go back to baseball and do that even after he's done playing or whatever. What say you?
Yeah, I think that opportunity is definitely available for him out there if it's something that he desires. I think that's kind of what he's probably trying to figure out right now. When you get to that age and you've accomplished so much that he has in this game, where do you want to go from there? And trying to balance that with family and all that. But I'm sure he'll figure something out.
I said it again. I'll say it one more time, and then I won't bring it up anymore. But our left-handed DH went 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts last night, and he's like 3 for his last 40. And I got a guy hitting 328, and I know he can hit. I wish my idiot team would sign him, but they won't. No, so anyway, I digress. All right, Jacob deGrom. Again, this is one that. So 30 Tommy Johns. Let me throw this one past you, and you tell me what you think. We've gotten so into analytics. Spin rate is a big thing with you guys now, right?
Yep.
Like you can measure you have machines that measure high school kids' spin rates.
We have a Rapsodo machine. Yep, we put the boys on it. So I can tell you the spin rate of all of our different pitchers for all their pitches.
And it matters in terms of getting guys out. But if my spin rate's not that good, how do I get my spin rate better? And maybe at the professional level, they're changing a little bit of something, which is putting a different kind of torque on their arm. Could that be something that's leading to these injuries? Because, again, with all the information we have, we still are having the ligament blow.
Yeah, it's interesting. I don't know all the science behind it. I know there's just a limit to what it can handle, though. And so when you're trying to go max effort, full tilt all the time, I feel like that's got to contribute to it. And that's where the game has gone to. You've got to be able to strike people out. If you want to play in the big leagues, the reality, there's going to be coaches that tell you to pitch to contact and do those things. And we're not against that. We have guys, they coach high school baseball. And so some of our guys, they're, maybe a sinker ball guy. You need to get ground balls. And there's still a place for that at times. But, if you want to pitch in the big leagues, you better strike people out. And
if Greg Maddux comes along today, can he get to the big leagues?
I think so, because he's still going to get his punch outs. His feel and what he was able to do was he was a 1% of 1% of 1%.
I get it, but yeah.
And I think Greg was probably still 90-92, if I had to guess, in his early age and with his movement and the way that he can mix it up. I think he still has a pretty good career for himself. But there are some other guys that would. Storm Davis is with us out at training. He was telling me, I can't remember the guy's name. There was a lefty he played with, and he goes, man, this guy just battled. He competed. He goes, he wouldn't have ever touched the big leagues nowadays. He told me. And the guy pitched for 10 years in the big leagues with him, and he goes, he would have had no shot. He would have gotten lost in A-ball because he was 86, 88 as a lefty. He goes, he would have had no chance. And so, but yeah, the punch outs I think is a big part of it, and that drives the max effort, and max effort leads to more injuries. And like you said, you're chasing velocity, you're chasing spin rate, and that involves effort in order to do that. And I think that leads to more surgeries.
I think that's what's so shocking to me about DeGrom, because he looks effortless, and I know he's not, but he looks effortless when he throws. But yet it's just one thing after another. And again, I'll give you another kid who recently is undergoing Tommy John, that Kumar Rocker. Who the Mets took 11th, and then they had some concerns about the elbow. And ironically, he also went to Texas, and he broke down this. He really hasn't pitched much at all since he left Vanderbilt.
Yeah, and it's interesting with the elbow because it's almost just kind of understood, right? If I draft a guy as a big league team, at some point this is going to be part of it. It's a matter of when is it going to happen.
Yeah.
It's not an if, it's a when.
But was it always? I don't think it was always that way.
I don't think so. That's
Nolan Ryan, Tom Seaver.
Yeah,
my guys didn't have, and they pitched more.
Why? And I think it also
they threw hard.
I'll make an argument on the other side of it.
Okay.
How many guys were there during that time period that's careers ended because of elbows and not being able to get Tommy surgery, whose name we never heard? So maybe they were this guy in AA.
That's a good point.
Threw gas. Shows up one day, man, my elbow's barking. I don't know what's going on. And then their career's over. We never hear that guy's name.
Good point.
If he plays nowadays, he gets his surgery in AA, maybe he has a 10-year big league career. And so I think there's probably a decent amount of those guys out there that we have no clue who they were, who just thought they had a sore elbow, who probably needed Tommy John.
I like that.
And so I think those guys exist for sure out there. I don't know how many, but I think they definitely exist.
All right, we're visiting with Jonathan Murphy. We're going to take a break. We'll have him for one more segment, and then we'll let him go camping. But we're hanging out with him. We got Matt Every coming up on deck in the 8 o'clock hour. And it looks like he might have brought in some food for us here, my friend. Is that correct?
Yeah, man. Googan. I think Googan Casey.
Googan Casey came by?
Drop off some donuts.
All right.
Yeah, appreciate that.
That and more coming up next.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here.
I was put on this planet for one reason.
Baloo.
To play hockey.
Rick Baloo takes you.
Don't you ever touch my puck!
Into the night. Weeknights.
Just behave, okay?
On 1010XL.
Are you looking to grow your career? Good news. Chick-fil-A restaurants in your area are hiring and have what you are looking for. Unique opportunities and excellent benefits. Chick-fil-A operators are known for investing in their team members through things like mentorship and coaching, leadership development, and competitive pay. Don't miss the chance to be part of your local Chick-fil-A team. Apply today by visiting your local Chick-fil-A or apply online. Most Chick-fil-A restaurants are operated by independent franchise owners. Chick-fil-A, an equal opportunity employer.
Father's Day is coming up, and what better way to show your dad you care than with a gift from Woodcraft? Whether he's a die-hard football fan or a golf enthusiast, we have the tools and supplies to help him create something he'll love. From personalized signs to custom golf club holders, the possibilities are endless. Plus, our experts are always here to help you with any project. So don't drop the ball this Father's Day. Head over to Woodcraft today. Woodcraft, the home of champion dads.
Hey, this is Stevie Beechurst of Beechurst Plumbing. Growing up in Jacksonville, I was always proud when my dad would point at a building and say, I did the plumbing for that. That's the same kind of pride we instill in every plumber here at Beechurst Plumbing. And that's the kind of pride you can expect when you hire Beechurst Plumbing for your home or business. Right now, we're doing spring specials to get your project going. To find out how we can help you, visit beechurstplumbing.com. BETROS plumbing.com. Beechurst Plumbing, here to help.
What if you could be credit card debt-free in 10 days and save as much as $1,000 a month? Loan Pronto's all-new Express Equity Line of Credit program is just what you need. Hey, it's Prosser here. You don't have to do a full home refi. You can tap a small portion of the equity you have and enjoy a super low monthly payment. With Loan Pronto's Express Equity Credit Line, you can close in 7 to 10 days, and a $50,000 loan will only cost you around $400 a month. Use that money and pay off high-interest credit cards or do a home improvement project. You can access up to 90% of your home's equity, and 9 out of 10 homeowners won't even need an appraisal. So even if you did a total refi recently or just bought your home, you can tap the equity with this fast, easy program. Stop the madness. Say no to 24% interest fees. Call Loan Pronto today. 904-999-1508. That's 904-999-1508. Or as always, you can visit loanpronto.com. Equal housing lender, NMLS 1661781, subject to lender approval.
This is Hacker. Join me for the Gator Bites podcast presented by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists with new episodes every Wednesday. Subscribe and listen by searching for 1010XL Florida Gator Podcast on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, or TuneIn.
Sports injuries are a common issue for both adults and children. Dr. George Barry here, and as a specialist in orthopedic care, the team at Barry Orthopedics and Sports Medicine here in Jacksonville provides comprehensive diagnosis and treatments of all types of sports injuries. With additional training in sports medicine and more than 30 years of experience, the team is available to care for your entire family and help you have fun and stay active. Visit us today at BarryOrthopedics.com.
And don't forget to check out Breaking Bones Sunday morning, 7:30 on 1010XL.
More than qualified to handle your roof. Call J&M and we'll show you the proof. Check with our customers and they all say only one way to go, the J&M way.
We take pride in doing quality work at a fair price, and you can finance your new roof for as low as $139 per month. J&M Roofing, under the umbrella. Call 800-640-4594.
License number CCC 1331951.
Catch a wave to the Jacksonville Sharks for their fight against the Fayetteville Mustangs this Saturday, June 10th, 7 o'clock at the ViStar Arena. With tickets as low as $15, you cannot find this kind of affordable fun anywhere else. It's Hawaiian night in the Shark Tank. Stay for the post-game auction to win our Hawaiian Sharks jerseys. Kids, 6 to 16, sign up for a chance to dance with our junior attack dance team. Shark Tank, this Saturday, June 10th, 7 o'clock at the ViStar Veterans Memorial Arena. Call 904-621-0700 or check out jacksharks.com. Fins up.
Warm weather means the beach, fishing, golf, and more. Make sure to drop into Daly's and grab a cold case to go. From Bud Light to their seltzer, from Mick Ultra to Modelo, or your favorite crafts like Bold City or Sweetwater. Grab and go at your local Daly's.
Hey, Nimnik has what you want. Popular GMC and Buick models arriving daily at Nimnik Buick GMC. You can shop online at nimnikbuickgmc.com, and I am in a CHT BuickGMC.com, or you can always stop by the showroom. It's right there off Phillips Highway, and see why Nimnik Buick GMC is Jacksonville's #1 Buick GMC dealer in all of our city. They got more models on the ground than they've had in 2 years. Truckloads. All models arriving daily. And guess what, gang? No one ever pays over MSRP at Nimnik Buick GMC. Step up to GMC with the professional-grade GMC Truck Series at Nimnik Buick GMC for a limited time. Well-qualified buyers can enjoy promotional rates as low as 0.9% APR on select GMC Sierra models. Woo, so good. Nimnik's been in the business for 82 years. They do the business the right way. Family-owned and operated. No one cares more about the customer before and after the sale. Nimnik, your friends in the car business since 1941. GMC, we are professional grade.
Beaches Jewelry and Pawn is ready to help. If you need extra cash or a quick loan, Beaches Jewelry and Pawn has cash in hand. They also love to buy items of value. They need gold, silver coins, and flatware, jewelry, guitars, and of course, guns.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, the official personal injury law firm of the Jaguars, protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555, Jacksonville.
All right, so somebody called in and asked us to ask you about, is this a new rule? Is it? I think you can only do it if your school doesn't offer the sport, but there are some situations where you can go to school at one place and play sports at another place.
Yes, the FHSAA just passed this. The biggest one it'll apply to is these charter schools that you have kind of popping up who they'll have a school, but they don't have sports programs.
Okay.
And especially probably football is the most, because football's so expensive to get going. So if you start a new school, be able to get the football equipment and all those things. In the past, a lot of people don't realize this, if you were at one of those charter schools and they didn't have football, you actually could still play for another school. It just had to be the public school that you were zoned for.
Okay.
So the biggest change is that they opened it up and said if you're at one of those schools or a small private school that doesn't offer the sport, you can pick any school you want to go play at now. So it just opened up your choice, which I think is DeSantis' big thing, right? He talks about choice a lot. He wants everybody to be able to choose where you can go and have the freedom. So kind of lines up with his MO. But that's the biggest shift. Some people were thinking what it is not, just to clarify, we cannot have someone at Trinity and they decide that I don't like the way football's going and I'm just going to bounce over and go play at UC for football. Like that does not exist.
They can't say, I don't like Coach Murphy, so I'm going to play someplace else. Can't do that.
Exactly. There'd be a long line of those. So
Stop. I think the Jonathan Murphy's with us. He's Trinity Christian head baseball coach, played at JU, and 19th round draft pick by the Minnesota Twins. You heard him say, negotiate a very tough $2,000 signing bonus. What did you do with that $2,000, by the way?
It's on my wife's left hand.
Okay. Very good. Very good. So this portal thing has filtered down. People used to get mad at the private schools because they'd say, oh, you guys recruit. It's everywhere now. And it's I don't know if it's a good thing or bad thing. I try to, times change, whatever. But I do know, like, for example, and again, I'll name names. I don't know why. I don't know how, but I know that, like, Columbia, a public school, had 3 kids come over from Sewanee, including the Fryer kid, who was a terrific baseball player, and helped them get to the Final Four. So my point is, it happens everywhere at every level now.
Yeah, and I think what you see.
How do you handle that?
You just, whoever shows up, you coach them. I mean, that's what it is.
Yeah.
And so, kids are just looking for opportunities. I think once the money got involved in college, there was going to be a natural trickle-down effect to high school where if there's a chance, especially on the football side of things, because the Fryer one was, I think, more football than baseball motivated.
Yeah.
He happened to obviously be a great baseball player too, from what I understand. But if you end up in a football situation where you feel like you're going to get developed, you're going to be on a team where you're getting better, getting seen, all those things, there's so much money involved. I mean, those kids might be making 100, 200, some of them, I'm hearing numbers like $1 million. And so if that's the case, I'm really auditioning myself for a job at this point in high school, which is crazy. We're talking about 15, 16-year-old kids, but I think that's the mentality of a lot of people. And so if that's the case, and I feel like there's a program that's going to get my kid where they need to get to make that money, you're seeing kids go to those programs.
I don't like, and I don't know the answer, but I don't like what's happening to mid-majors, like in college. Like, so I watch UNF lose 2 of their best players, one to FSU, one to South Carolina. Don't blame the kid. Don't blame the family. Don't blame the Power Fives. But it just doesn't feel right. Like, the mid-major says, I want you. Those guys never said, I want you. And then there's a trickle-down effect for all the kids who want to, who are trying to break in, and it's in all sports. So it makes it tougher to, like, if you're FSU and, now there's a little pressure. I got to win. I just broke, and I think Link Jarrett's going to be a terrific coach. I think he is a terrific coach. I know what he did at Notre Dame, and he came home, but their streak broke. And I'm sure part of it was he had to clean it out, start it over. I get all that. But if he does it again, I don't care how popular he is. So do I go take a kid who excelled in the mid-major, or do I take an 18-year-old freshman? Well, you're going to go take the mid-major kid, right?
Yeah, and that's not going anywhere.
Yeah.
Unfortunately,
But then if you're a mid-major, and then they say, well, the Power Fives beat the mid-majors in the regionals. Well, no kidding. I mean, you took all their players.
Oh, absolutely. And what you're going to see, honestly, I think what ends up happening, they end up trading players. So you got the guy at FSU who was the 11th guy. Man, I mean, look at that guy at JU this year, the Armstrong kid. Look at what he did.
Yeah,
and
he was at Florida, and he was maybe not going to play.
Correct. And I don't know if he gets on the field at Florida or not this year with the way he played this year. Maybe he forces his way into the lineup, but I mean, that guy had an All-American year for JU this year, and so they're basically just trading players.
That's a good point.
Is what it feels like.
So the 11th guy at FSU says, "Well, I'm not. You just brought in more. I'm not going to play here. I got to go. I'll go down to play at a mid-major."
Yes, and I think there's a lot of that happening. But I agree as far as as a coach from a relational standpoint, it's heartbreaking. You put in the time to recruit this guy.
You develop.
You build this relationship. You've got a 3-year plan laid out for him and how you want to develop him. And you're kind of sitting there going, man, if this guy does what we think he can do, we're going to lose him. And so I'm sure it's demoralizing as a coach, and I hope that the coaches don't become jaded on building relationships. That would be the biggest concern,
right?
Is that you get burnt so many times that then it just becomes you're basically 1-year investments in the kids, which would really stink.
All right, so now you have a travel baseball, like you have different teams, right? How many different teams?
Correct. Yeah, we've got 7 right now in our organization.
You have 7 teams in the organization. So you coach one of them then, is that correct?
Yes.
You can't do them all.
Yeah, I coach one, the 2026 age.
Okay, do they all practice separately? Do they practice together?
We normally practice together.
Okay.
That's how we do it. We'll bring all the boys together. We'll scrimmage each other and practice together.
But really, once you get in the travel season, you don't do a lot of practicing, do you?
Correct.
Yeah.
Once we crank up, these last couple of weeks we've been practicing a decent amount and getting going, but now the travel schedule gets pretty intense, and so we'll be on the road quite a bit the rest of the way.
And so you do one team, and then you have other guys who do the other teams. That's kind of what age bracket does it?
Yeah, so we have 2024 rising seniors, 2025. We've got a couple teams. I got 3 2026 teams. Then we have a 2028, which is a 13U team as well, running around out there.
Last, and we're wrapping up with Jonathan Murphy. Appreciate his time. This has become more of this happens all the time, but it's not as big a deal anymore, it seems like, because it happens all the time. And that's where parents decide to reclassify their kids. In other words, hold them back a year and let them, with the hopes of them getting an extra year in high school and then maybe excelling and maybe that turning into a college scholarship.
Yeah, absolutely.
But if you want a kid if you think the kid has professional baseball ability, they like them young.
Correct.
So it's
it's interesting. So I've had conversations on both sides with parents here recently. Some wanting to hold back so they could be a little older, which I think is beneficial for college,
right?
For sure. Because if you're a college coach, do you want an 18-year-old or a 19-year-old kid on campus?
Right.
You want the one that can produce at 19.
Right.
Like you said, professionally, they've all got these analytics that they run now. Age is a big part of that analytic when they put it in their computer program, and the younger the better. And so I've had conversations on both ends of that spectrum. Even recently with some parents saying, "Man, I think we need to move up because draft potential," and then others saying, "I think my kid might need one more year." And there's a lot of factors going that besides athletics. Sometimes there's some academic motivation because once you start 9th grade, your GPA, it counts towards college. And some kids in 7th or 8th grade, they may feel like they need another year to mature academically to get where they need to get to. And I think all those have to factor into that decision.
Well, keep fighting the fight. You're one of the good guys. We appreciate you stopping by and hanging out with us. By the way, I got a text from said great guest. So, it's Sharon Murphy.
It's my mother. Yeah, she's the only. I figured. Yeah.
So appreciate you, man. Thanks for all you do for baseball in the area, and good luck to Trinity, and have a great summer.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
How are the kids?
Oh, they're doing great. Yeah.
How old are they?
We got 8, 6, 4, 7 months.
You got how old is your brother's little kid?
They
the same age?
They stagger. It's almost every other year. So then it's like 9, 7, 5, and so they're like, my mother, she stays busy.
Yes, she does. Have a great summer. Go to camp. Jonathan Murphy stopping by. We appreciate him. We'll take a break. We got Matt Every on deck. We'll talk some golf with him next right here on a Hump Day edition of The Drill.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here. The future is looking better.
The future's so bright, I gotta wear shades. I gotta wear
shades. The home of Jaguars fans. 1010XL.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking mumbo-jumbo. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices. I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from high heels to wagon wheels. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
If your hair is thinning and you're looking for an easy solution that will restore your hair, check out IHRS PRP Platelet-Rich Plasma. PRP, using your own platelets and cells to restore your hair where it's thinning. Combined with their FDA-approved laser hair therapy and pharmaceutical-grade products, all three will deliver one better result. Call IHRS now for a free evaluation and to find out if their PRP 45-minute treatment will work for you. Now there is a solution for any man or woman with any degree of hair loss. And it's all in one place. Call 904-777-IHRS. IHRS has been restoring hair for over 30 years. The staff at IHRS knows what it's like to lose their hair. And that's why they're ready to help you grow your hair back.
Schedule your free hair and scalp analysis today. Call
904-777-IHRS. That's 904-777-4477. Or visit hair4me.com.
Mike Dempsey here for Dandy Foods, and happy to report that Dandy has some brand new goodies, and they're only available at select Gate stores around town. 5 delicious new breakfast items to start your day off right. Fresh buttermilk biscuits, flaky croissants, French toast, maple waffles, all matched up with country sausage, ham, or bacon, fried eggs, and cheddar cheese. Breakfast is the most important meal of the day, so go out and make yours a dandy just a little bit earlier tomorrow.
Got that hometown flavor creeping up on you. Yeah.
WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
E.T. here, and y'all know how much I like my brown water, but I ain't gonna lie, it give me a headache at times. So my alternative is brackish vodka. This gluten-free alternative to Tito's is 100% local, and all monies stays right here in Duval. Brackish vodka is a clean craft vodka that is salt-filtered for pureness. Not only does brackish vodka make you feel good, but by supporting brackish vodka, your money helps support local charities. Try it side by side with your favorite vodka, and you be the judge. And when you do, remember who looked out for you. It's your boy. Come on, somebody.
Don't ignore plumbing leaks. They can lead to mold and mildew or structural damage and drain your wallet. So when you have a leak and can't wait a week, call Roland Reich Plumbing. PlumbingJacksonville.com.
Hey Jacksonville, this is Crystal, COO with Remedy Staffing. As employers, labor trends continue to keep us guessing. Is the job market strong? And what is worker availability going to look like? Well, February's BLS job report indicated that we have a hot job market and that Jacksonville's unemployment rate is 2.5%, 1% lower than our national average. So if you're interested in workforce solutions and how our team can help you, please call or text me at 904-329-9802.
You've probably heard the saying, it's not how hard you get hit, it's whether or not you get back up. Well, I'm attorney Brett Hastings and I have a saying of my own. If you get hit with a personal injury or wrongful death, hit back and fight to make them pay. At Hastings Injury Law, we have the experience you want if you or a loved one suffer a car or trucking accident or wrongful death. Just call 904-HIT-BACK and we'll help you get up and hit back. Office is Jacksonville.
This is Hayes Carline for QC Kinetics. Remember when you were going to get that pain fixed this year? Well, the year is almost halfway over. If you're still dealing with that pain, enough is enough. Pills are not the answer. Surgery is not the answer. You need to call QC Kinetics today at 904-274-5522. Set up a free consultation in Mandarin or Ponte Vedra. The advanced regenerative medicine solutions at QC Kinetics can give you a life without chronic joint pain. You can do all those summer activities you love. How do they do it? By taking healing properties from your own body and applying them right into your achy joint. Your tissue can be repaired and restored naturally. You can have life-changing results without drugs, surgery, or downtime. If you have pain in your knees, back, shoulders, hips, enough is enough. Call QC Kinetics now, 904-274-5522. That's 274-5522.
Hicken here. After work's done for the day, I know you like to find your favorite sofa or recliner and watch the game. That's why you gotta call Zero Res this month. At Zero Res this month, tell them I sent you, and you'll get 25% off all upholstery. Zero Res.
This is your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist Local Sports Update, brought to you by First Coast Honda Dealers. I'm E.T. Jeff Lageman joined Jaguars today recently and made these comments on tight end Britton Strange.
Britton Strange is probably the best space blocker that I've watched on college film in a long time. The guy's an excellent blocker. He finishes well. But on top of that, he's athletic, he's strong, he's a good receiving tight end. And pairing him with Evan Ingram, I think is going to be exciting.
Hear that interview in full by simply heading over to 1010XL.com in the on-demand section. At 8:05, it's 75 degrees. Your time and your temp is brought to you by Bueller Air Conditioning. Stay cooler with Bueller. Stay tuned for more with The Drill right here on 1010XL and 92.5 FM.
1010XL XL is presented by Farah and Farah, the official personal injury law firm of the Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
All right, it's 8 o'clock. I got Mr. Tellin' Like It Is. And that's what we appreciate about Matt Every. Hogan Award winner. University of Florida, All-American. Hall of Famer, by the way. Two-time winner on the tour. Is this Lil Baby?
No.
Is this Lil Baby?
It's a little, but not Lil Baby.
Is it Lil Wayne?
Lil Wayne.
Hey!
Lil Wayne making it rain.
There's a fat guy in there, too.
Oh, is that,
Come on. Fat.
the one that I always miss? Oh, no, it's Fat Somebody?
Yeah.
That's Fat Joe.
Yeah! Yeah!
There's only like 3 fat guys.
Yeah.
Fat Joe.
Well, who's the big fat guy who just won all the awards, but he's not fat something? But he just won, like, Grammys and stuff.
What are you talking about, Dan?
Big fat guy.
DJ Khaled?
No.
I don't know who you talking about, Dan.
Yes, you do. Big fat guy. And he's...
What, all the awards recently?
Or maybe that was in country music.
Probably. I don't know who you talking about, Dan.
Maybe he's like a black guy in country music who's a big fat guy. I don't know. I got it all confused. Don't
Darius
ask.
Rucker fat?
No.
No.
No, it's not Darius Rucker.
Okay.
What's up, Matt Every?
What's up?
What a day yesterday.
What a day.
Did you have any
Still in
inkling?
shock.
Did anyone
No,
have...
nobody did.
Nobody had any inkling. Which then leads me to...
On both sides.
Do they have... Let's start with this. Does the commissioner, who I've said terrible things about, and I think deservedly so, and I think he should not be the commissioner anymore, does he have the right to do this?
I have no idea.
I guess he does.
I guess. I mean...
But, I mean, you sat there. I mean, he's the definition of 180. And I sat here and I defended the tour. And I said, and I talked about this. What is it, the PIF?
Yeah.
And I talked about it over and over. And I said, look, I understand it's got tentacles everywhere. But this one smacks me right in the face. And it's right and wrong. And your commissioner begged your guys not to go.
Yeah.
Told them we'll never apologize for. You'll never have to apologize
for being on a PGA Tour player.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's going to be his biggest hill. Like, I don't know if you can climb that hill.
You can't regain that trust.
Yeah. Yeah. And
that meeting was contentious. Did you talk to anybody at the meeting?
Yeah.
They called him a hypocrite.
Well, I think he kind of knew that was coming.
Well, yeah.
He
is.
No matter what you think of him, he's still a smart guy. He's not an idiot. He knows that he's going to be called that.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was a ton. Those meetings are interesting. There's two different kinds of guys that like to speak up in those meetings.
Right.
They're the idiots.
All right.
And they're really dumb guys that think they're smart.
Okay.
And that's just surface level stuff.
Yeah.
And then there are some very intelligent guys out there.
Right.
And
I was glued to Golf Channel. I was at work, so partly doing the TV thing, but I was glued to watching the coverage and watching.
I think a lot of people. So I heard Rory was at the meeting, and there were a few guys at the start that were kind of like trying to egg Rory out. Like, Rory, aren't you pissed about this?
Yeah.
And Rory was like, I'm fine. Like, guys, I'm fine where I'm at.
Okay. Because if I was Rory, I would have said to him, I would have gone to the meeting, and when he called me, I wouldn't take his calls. And when I finally saw him, I would say, don't you ever ask me to do anything ever again. Now, look, I don't feel sorry for any of these guys. They're all making millions. I get it. But I also don't believe that we're going to find the LIV guys when they come back. I don't believe that for 1 second.
I don't know how it's going to work when they come back. Do they get the status they had?
How do you? Do they have to re-earn their golf?
That's the other thing. We got to sit back and just chill for a little.
We do.
And see how this shakes out, because they don't know anything about the scheduling yet.
It was going to leak out. Yeah.
To the end of 23, everything's the same.
Same, right?
Yes, but then after that,
yeah.
And I'm assuming they're probably getting started on
They're
that
doing a schedule for 24.
Soon. Oh yeah, I know. I don't know.
Are they going to do 54-hole music blasting, no cut tournaments? Are they going to do what Greg Norman wanted 30 years ago and just have these 20 elevated world golf top 50 guys in the world for all the money, and then everybody else plays the other tournaments?
In that note to the players, it sounded like they were going to do some team stuff, keep the team stuff in there. It was like, what? I don't know.
Is golf an individual sport?
I mean, that's why I played it. You know?
I
played it so I didn't have to deal with daddy ball.
Yeah. I don't know. Oh, wait, here we go. My country rapper.
Jelly Roll.
Jelly Roll.
Yeah.
You know Jelly Roll?
I don't.
Oh.
I just found out about him today.
Well, thank you on the text line designed by Life.
They went crazy.
Yeah, Jelly Roll. That's the guy. He won all the awards. Yeah. Anyway, continue. I'm sorry.
Do you think this sudden 180 has to do with that court ruling where the tour?
What are they hiding?
Well, I don't know.
What?
Well, it has to be something where, because there's no reason. All right. I know that the tour had to go out and find this money that they had promised when in their reaction to LIV. Like, it wasn't like they just had this sitting around, and maybe they came to the realization that this business model isn't, like, it's not sustainable.
Right.
We're going to be in trouble in a couple years or whatever.
LIV was not succeeding. Is that fair to say?
Very fair. That's why it makes no sense to take this on unless
nobody paid attention.
The tour was put in a position where if these books were open, it would be something so bad that they couldn't come back from it.
Let me ask you: do you have any kind of And I know
I have no idea. It just doesn't make any sense.
You can make up.
It doesn't make any sense to me at all.
It doesn't.
It doesn't.
And they're not stupid people.
Because it was not a successful.
Right.
LIV, it was not successful.
No.
There's no reason for them to go get it. Nobody watched it on CW.
Right.
It makes you're missing like
you don't
five
even know
guys.
When they play.
Right. You could if you really miss those five guys, you could be like, all right, guys, you can come back and play if you want.
Right.
You could have just done that.
Yeah.
You don't need to acquire or.
But if they had done that, then all this would have still gone away, maybe.
Yeah.
I just don't understand the whole taking the money thing. I mean, how many billions of dollars is the PIF giving to the PGA Tour? How many billions? It's got to be 100 billion.
Coming out of the ground.
50 billion.
It's coming out of the ground.
I mean, it's got to be an unbelievable amount of money.
Well, the tax exempt stuff too is a big deal.
Yeah.
Or not tax exempt, not for profit.
Yes.
Do you think, because the deal before they couldn't, when LIV started paying these guys, all right?
Mm-hmm.
One of the solutions on the tour's end was, well, let's pay our guys.
Right.
Well, we couldn't because we were non-for-profit. You can't. There's no appearance fees.
What do they call that? 501c3
I don't know.
or something like that.
Yep. 501c3.
Yeah.
So now that we are for profit, the guys that potentially could have gone to the LIV, the Will Zalatoris, the Roy McIlroy, John Rahm, but whatever, all these guys that were offered $100+ million, do you pay them now that you can pay them? Does this guy come in with that money and on the side be like, all right, we did offer you this?
Yeah.
Is that how you make it right? How do you make it right to those guys? Because that is a big deal.
Oh, yeah.
Like, those guys sat there and took, grenades for you up at, in front of the microphone.
Oh, yeah.
And then this happens. There has to be something on the back end for those guys.
Correct. And by the way, you finding those guys to come back, when you told me, as long as I'm commissioner, no LIV player will ever play on the tour.
Yeah.
Well, in January, the LIV players are going to be playing on the tour. So, another lie. I can't get over, like, how badly the commissioner botched this from day one. By the way, all this would have never happened if 4 years ago he would have listened and to some of the guys and understood that, you know what, there's a revolution coming here. I better take care of that.
Yeah.
And he didn't. So it's the lack of leadership from him. And like I said, the fact that nobody called Tiger Woods, who has done more for the PGA Tour than any human being in the history of the game, and Jay Monahan will just be a forgotten side note. The only thing he'll go down with is the guy who was the hypocrite. The fact that you didn't bring in Tiger Woods on this is mind-boggling to me. Like, I can't get past that.
I don't understand it either.
make sense?
Yeah.
Me asking that question?
I don't understand it either. It makes no sense
You
to me.
t-
This is a weird deal for me. 'Cause,
Yeah.
Like, I know Jay personally.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not here
Yeah.
to take shots at Jay.
No,
Monahan.
I will do that, and you
can.
don't have to. But I mean, I
Yes.
have to. I can't. I'm sorry.
I understand it.
Yeah.
But it makes my mind. It makes the wheels start spinning for
Yeah.
me. Why Tiger wasn't
Yeah.
notified? It doesn't.
I'd
add
like
up
to
at all.
know. I'd like to.
Nobody knew. There
Right.
might have been 4 guys who knew about this.
Yeah.
I mean, 4 guys. My buddy Aaron was playing golf with Cam Smith at Deerwood yesterday when this
He
broke.
didn't know.
And Aaron goes, Cam,
Live and Tour
dude,
just merged.
They just merged. And Cam's like,
Stop it.
Get out of here.
That's
Like,
what we all
yeah,
did.
No, they didn't.
I walked
Yeah.
out of here at 10 o'clock, and a bit man called me from L.A., and he's laughing, and he goes, live, because he's always been like, live. I'm like, what are you talking about? And I thought it was like a bar stool funny, you know, like, who's making this up?
Yeah.
It was that.
I thought it was fake, too, at first.
I mean, in all my years of doing sports, I said this last night, it might be the most shocking thing I've ever heard of.
It might be just totally out of left field.
It's a 180.
Yeah. Yeah. Those guys.
We hate Live. We don't want their money. That money is blood money. We can't be a part of that. Okay, come on aboard. We'll be best friends. Jay and what's the cat's name? On Tuesday, Maddie, we're going to do brunch with the Saudis.
Stuart Moore.
Brunch with the Saudis starting Tuesday.
That's awesome.
I just and then here's a guy like, you know, and again, it doesn't matter to me. I'm wrong a lot, but I defended the tour. I thought they were doing the right thing.
I hope the tour, like, could you see this down the road where the tour's not even located here anymore?
Somebody brought that up, but then we just built that building.
I know, but that's nothing. Like, do you think that's nothing to these guys? They don't care about that building. Are you kidding me? That building, they making a day over there.
Yeah. But where are they going to go? I mean, why would you leave?
I don't know
hope
the answer
not.
to that. I hope they don't either. I hope the tour stays here forever.
Yeah.
But
who knows? It's a whole new world that's opening up. Things are going to change.
It really is, and I do think we need to sit back and,
I agree. I'm
and
fair
check
with that
everything
part.
out. Jay was clearly put. I mean, was this handled perfectly? Absolutely not. Not
Right.
even freaking close.
Right.
Okay. I'm not saying it was.
Does he answer to those other 2 dudes that that Billy Dunn guy, and they're on the the board,
Mm-hmm.
and the other guy? There's like 3 of them, and then this guy. I keep forgetting his. I want to look his name. The Sheik,
Yeah.
whatever
well,
his name
a big
is.
thing online right now with Billy Dunn.
Yeah.
Is his kind of deal was he was he worked in the city, and during 9/11 he took that day off.
Yeah, he was playing.
And all of his friends were in the towers.
Yeah.
And with Jay playing the Saudi angle,
I know.
It's a tough look
It's
all
a
around.
tough. Yasser, the PIF is run by Governor Yasser Al-Rumayyan. That was the guy on CNBC with Jay yesterday. Why wouldn't they do that on the?
So bizarre.
Why wouldn't they do that on the? Why wouldn't they do that on the Golf Channel? By the way.
I don't know what whoever's in charge of the Golf Channel. I don't know what they're doing.
Oh
dude.
my goodness.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to get a. So okay, so let's play the guessing game here for a minute, Maddie. Like, give me what you envision 2024 looking like.
I think this team
And by the
thing
way,
is
don't we-
part of the deal, man. I think the
Because the Saudis want it.
Yes, and
But
they're
I
like,
don't
"This
think
is all our
anybody.
money."
I think it's a stupid idea. I don't think anybody cares. But
I had heard a thing yesterday where the guys that own those franchises, okay, like I'm pretty sure Cam owns
his team,
the Rippers GC or whatever, or whatever their
I
names
couldn't
are.
tell you one team name, by the way.
I can go like 4.
Okay,
all right. So, but I don't know the players on the teams. They're just so silly they stick with you.
Yeah.
But anyways, that they are still going to own those teams, and the value of because the whole concept behind LIV was to have those teams be sold off individually. So like you'd have some Fortune 500 company come in and sponsor the Rippers. It'd be like Rolex or whatever.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, like F1. Well, that wasn't happening.
Right.
Those franchises were worth nothing. Okay.
Now it's going to be
now.
Worth. Oh wow.
They are worth a ton of money.
Let me ask you
under the
something.
tour if they go that way.
You peaked. I'm sure you peaked at a LIV event, right?
I've watched.
You've
a little
watched
bit,
some.
yeah.
Okay. When you watched, did your eyes ever go to, oh, what's happening in the team?
No.
You look at the individual guys and see how they're doing. I never once looked at. I peeked a couple times. I never once looked at the team thing. I didn't. But I don't know any.
I have talked to a few guys, like Harold. I talked to him at PGA. And
they like it.
He loves the team thing, and it was genuine.
Okay,
I could tell.
But he's a different cat. I mean, to his
he
credit,
was honest
he was
too.
the one.
He was like, I don't know what he goes.
Yeah.
He goes, he was
the one.
Great.
He was the
And
one.
now, I could probably say it now because now they're emerging. But he was like, I don't know what they're gonna do in 2 years, but I'm still gonna be rich because he didn't think. A lot of those guys knew that tour was. Yeah. It was kind of dead in the water out there.
What about and again, this is not.
That's why this does not make sense.
This is not political, but you saw Trump's thing last July.
Yeah, and he was
dead on. Dead on. He said, "Look, these guys who didn't take the money are being foolish," and I feel like I'm 60 years old, and I feel like my whole view of sports has changed now. And we had Jonathan Murphy in here, and we were talking about baseball and NIL and college sports and how money has sort of tainted that to me. And I'm not against kids getting money. Don't get me wrong. I'm against 18-year-old getting $8 million to play quarterback when he hasn't taken a snap.
Yeah,
I'm against that. Mm-hmm. I'm not against golfers, making big purses in pure competition. I mean, is the PGA Tour actually going to, and we were just saying this, so we look ahead in 2024, is the PGA Tour actually going to have some LIV Tour events? Or if they're all getting paid, like you said, there have to be some sort of reparations to Rory McIlroy and John Rahm and Hideki.
Hideki. Someone said they could have bought Spirit Airlines.
That was Ben on. That was
pretty good.
But it's true.
It is.
So Hideki was probably the most pressured guy because they wanted Japan so desperately.
Yeah, they get the whole continent over there if they get Hideki.
And so he didn't do it. So and if you get that money, then does that make the PGA Tour basically, exhibition golf again? Like one of the things we had against the LIV, one of the things that my colleague, your friend Jeff Prosser, was so against, like, is the fact that it's not real golf, that it's exhibition golf. Is that what's going to seep into the PGA Tour now? And if it does that bother anybody?
I hope that's not the case.
No.
I don't think it'll get there.
Okay.
Competition wins.
Yeah.
Just like that college golf. How good was that?
So
it was
good.
And from an announcer's perspective, that was about as bad as it gets. And it was still awesome.
Yes.
The product itself, right? You're selling the drama.
Right.
Well, we'll get that in golf. We will. We've seen it in these elevated events. I do understand, like, the gripes are going to come from the guys who are in the middle of the pack and the back of the pack. Mm-hmm. They're getting ready to get shuffled out big time.
And this is golf, like, and I'll bring this up. I said this morning, and we'll go to break, and we'll continue. And Matt Every's in studio with us, hanging out. Okay, so this PIF, they have hundreds of billions of dollars.
Yeah.
All right. So what's going to stop Governor Yasir from saying, let's start a football league, 5-team football league over here in Dubai, and the Dubai Dreadnoughts sign one Trevor Lawrence for $500 million for 2 years.
Yeah.
Will it bother you then? I mean, but that's the kind of money that they have.
I know. Yeah. Hey, it's coming out of the ground.
It's coming out of the ground, man.
It is.
It is coming out, and it's bubbly and rich.
We have to go look for our money. Theirs comes out of the ground.
It comes out, and it's not Benjamin's. It's a lot bigger number than that comes out of the ground. So we'll take a break. We'll keep it rolling. We got Matt Every in studio. We're talking some golf and what happened yesterday with the LIV DP. Is that right? DP World Tour?
DP World Tour.
And PGA Tour merger the day after. Next.
The Drill from the studios at Republic Services. We'll handle it from here.
Bring in the heat. Your station for summertime fun. 1010XL, your summertime fun station.
Hi, this is Dave Barker with IHRS. If you're looking for a real solution to your thinning hair or hair loss, call IHRS now at 904-777-IHRS.
What's causing your hair to fall out? Can your hair grow back? Get to the root of your problem with IHRS Hair and Scalp Analysis. This analysis magnifies your hair and scalp 400 times to see what procedures can restore your hair. Call right now for your free analysis. 904-777-IHRS or visit hairforme.com. Stop wasting money on solutions that don't work. IHRS has been restoring hair for men and women for over 30 years. They are the only clinic to offer the trademarked multi-unit hair grafting PRP platelet-rich plasma and the NeoGraft FUE hair transplant procedure.
Schedule your free hair and scalp analysis today. Call 904-777-IHRS or visit hair4me.com. Hairforme.com.
Hey, like an offensive lineman protecting his quarterback at all costs, Craig and Christine Kaprowski, they do the same. This husband and wife team have teamed up at the beach to take care of all of our insurance needs. If you need protection, they're going to get it for you in a fast, friendly, affordable way. And I tell you the story about my daughter, Danielle. She was paying, I thought, too much for car insurance. I said, call Craig and Christine. And she's down in Tampa. She did. And guess what? In less than a week, she's saving more than $100 a month. So if you need homeowners, auto, flood, you got a boat, Craig and Christine, part of the Goosehead Insurance family, they'll find you the right coverage at the right price. I trust them, and maybe you should as well. If you need an insurance checkup, check them. Craig.Kaprowski at Goosehead.com. Craig.Kaprowski, K-O-P-R-O-S-K-I at Goosehead.com, or call them 904-478-8422. That's 478-8422.
Does your home or building need painting? For over 20 years, Performance Painting has had the privilege of preserving many of Jacksonville's most prominent buildings. That said, we feel like we're just getting started. I'm Jason Parker, and our team thrives on preparing, protecting, and preserving the homes, businesses, and public buildings that make up our local landscape. Contact us today to put our years of experience to work for you. Performance Painting. Prepare, protect, preserve.
Performance Painting!
Hey, Matt Haynes, temperatures are rising, and when you have an AC breakdown, you need it repaired today. Fenwick Home Services is the expert cooling team you can trust to repair your system the same day, or it's free. Fenwick is Jacksonville's always-ready cooling and plumbing team. Available 24/7, even nights and weekends with no emergency fees. Plus, Fenwick will keep your system covered with Florida's leading repair warranties. Call or book online at FenwickEasyBook.com.
Ever wonder what it's like to drive a real military tank? Check out TankAmerica.com for a badass tank driving experience. That's right, you can drive an actual tank through mud and crush cars. Sounds awesome, right? Visit TankAmerica.com.
The more you catch, the more you like to fish.
Fish up, fish up, fish up.
Find more fish on the Ring Power Fishing Forecast Show.
Oh, that's a big one, dude.
With Captain Kevin Faber. Brought to you by Houston's Meats.
Thursday nights at 6.
On 1010XL AM.
Hey, Jacksonville, I'm sure by now you've seen our bright green GFL trucks and containers throughout the greater Jacksonville area. We are an industry leader in solid waste and would love the opportunity to earn your business. We are committed to customer service, reliability, and have unwavering focus on safety. Whether commercial or construction, let us haul your waste away. Call 904-760-5880 to get a quote today. GFL, green for life.
Get this thing unwrapped here.
Duval! Praz, what in the world are you doing working on your Duval?
That's right, man. I really identify with Duval.
You live in St. Johns County, knucklehead.
I mean the Duval sub, the Dailies Dash Duval. Turkey, ham, melted cheddar, and habanero jack cheeses. Lettuce, tomato, crispy and fresh, you know, like me. I'm sure there's a Dailies Dash sub that sums you up.
The boss.
Because, of course.
Oven roasted beef, Munster cheese, roasted mushrooms, caramelized onions. It's the boss of all subs. Only available for me.
That's just not true.
What do you mean? I walked in the other day, screamed, "You know it!" and said, "A boss for a boss."
Well, no matter who you are, there is a Dailies Dash sandwich or sub for you.
Go find yours. They may even make you a boss.
I'm sure they will, because it is Dailies Dash.
Where more is better.
And you got that right.
In your free time, the last thing you want to do is clean your house.
Right.
First Coast Home Pros offers luxurious maid services you can trust. Weekly, bi-weekly, or even one-time deep house cleaning. FirstCoastHomePros.com. FirstCoastHomePros.com.
What? They did not tell me they were going to do that.
I need a new bank.
Well, actually, One-to-One Financial doesn't do the usual bank surprises because we're not a bank. We're a credit union, and that means lower loan interest, things like free checking and member rewards, and of course, total investment back into our community.
I'm sold.
Find a better way to bank than big banks with One-to-One Financial, Jacksonville's hometown credit union. Visit 121fcu.org for more information on opening an account today.
Federally insured by NCUA.
Tobacco-Free Florida has many free ways to help you quit nicotine. From free 2-week starter kits of quit aids to free cessation services like Phone Quit and Group Quit. We're even trying out new motivational tactics.
You're the greatest quitter. He's tobacco's greatest quitter. He's tobacco's greatest quitter of all.
Or maybe we'll just stick to the ways we know work. Visit tobaccofreeflorida.com or call 1-877-YOU-CAN-NOW for free nicotine patches.
Hey, it's Matt Hayes, and I said yes to Yas, Dr. Mitchell Yas, and the Yas method. Now, I know you've probably tried medications, treatments, injections, even surgery. Maybe the reason you're still in pain is because they're treating the wrong thing and not addressing the root causes. Well, I know from personal experience, this does happen. But I found the best-kept secret in pain elimination, Dr. Yas and the Yas method. Call him today, 904-906-YASS, and say yes to Yas.
Baloo here for Smoonez Vision. Why Smoonez Vision? Well, I've been with Dr. Neil Smoonez now since I got back to Jacksonville in 2006. 37 years of experience he has. Smoonez Vision is a family organization that focuses on personal high-quality medical and surgical eye care. Dr. Catherine Smoonez is fellowship-trained in cornea and cataract surgery and all refractive surgery. Combined, that's 30 years plus in laser eye surgery. Visit SmoonezVision.com today. Care you can see.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, the official personal injury law firm of the Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money.
Today we've come together to announce that we're collaborating going forward. There's a lot of work to be done. There's a strong spirit of partnership. Those are the details that, that we'll be getting into. The world needs to know that the PGA Tour, PIF, DP World Tour have come together and the tension's gone, and these are things that we're going to solve together.
Jay Monahan talking about the merger yesterday. Notice he didn't say LIV, PIF.
Nothing to see here. Let's move forward.
Good gosh. He needs some, and again, I'll back down at some point, but I don't think he should be the commissioner anymore. But he needs to take some classes in how to handle crisis management. I mean,
well,
it's not
dude,
done
he's
well.
had the kitchen sink thrown at him. With COVID and then this, Fincham just had Tiger.
Yeah. Who's this 20-year-old kid? Oh, he's pretty good. How good is this girl, by the way, Rose Zhang?
Apparently really good.
Yeah.
I mean, wins her first event. I don't know if that's what that says about
the tour or
exactly.
her.
Yeah. But I
Good
know
for
she basically ran the table in college.
I'm gonna watch college golf and I'm gonna watch Rose
and Rose Zhang.
And I'm not in the majors, and that's about it for me right now. I'm so mad at the PGA Tour. Now, I'm gonna be one of those guys. E called me out early this morning.
What'd he say?
What'd you say, E?
He'll be back.
Oh, he'll be back.
Yeah.
We'll all be back.
Yeah, just like I was saying, all the guys about the NFL.
Yeah.
Oh, we should boycott it. I'm never watching an NFL again.
Yeah.
I'll never purchase a game ticket.
Look,
the bank is packed on Sunday.
I saw the ratings for NBA Finals Game 1.
What was
11.5 million 2 years ago, 9 million. They're coming back to that, too.
Coming back.
We love sports.
Sports brings everybody together, man.
That's because LeBron's not in it. That's why they're higher.
No, that ain't
it. So the deal is somebody found out about this merger and was going to leak it yesterday.
Okay.
And so they had to say, we got to get in front of this, so we got to get it out there. So they
got
whipped
on
it together. And so we go on CNBC
It's so bizarre.
with the Sheik, and they do the release and as quickly as that nobody knew. I mean, again, if Tiger Woods or Rory McIlroy didn't know, then
yeah.
And we call it. He calls it. The commissioner calls it a players' league. Players had no say in this at all.
No, they didn't.
None.
What were you saying during the break about Rappaport? What'd he say?
Oh, okay. So I just found out that Dan Rappaport, according to my man Matty Every is Ian Rappaport's brother.
Well, they're related. I don't know if
they're
they're
related.
brothers.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I didn't know anyway, but he's got a report out. Nobody knew, including Rory and Tiger. It's not really Jay Monahan's deal. Ed Herlihy, the co-chairman of the powerful law firm and golf power broker Jimmy Dunn, senior managing director of Piper, a legendary figure within the game. He's Augusta National member. He's longtime president of Seminole Golf Club, and close to confident to many top players. Sources close to the negotiations say Dunn played a crucial, if not decisive, role in the deal. He joined the tour policy board in November of last year, long after the beefing and the litigation began. His calculations were cold. The Saudis have billions of dollars to spend, like endless amounts, and their strategy was more or less to keep litigation going, continue to hand the PGA Tour legal bills. I mean, again, I don't mean to be you're the PGA Tour. You got money. Go hire some lawyer. Go hire a lawyer down here, Jack Speed, who hangs out a shingle, and let him work the deal for you. You don't have to pay him that much. Come on. What are we talking about?
I don't know if it works like that.
I know it doesn't. That's what I do. It's like when I always sit there and go, well, if I was Shad Khan, and they say, Hick, you're not Shad Khan. He's a billionaire. How do you think he gets to be a billionaire? By making tough business decisions and tough deals.
Yeah, and that's the part where, the optics of this are absolutely awful.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes,
but
that's well said.
They are. But look, this decision wouldn't have been made if it wasn't this clearly was the only decision they had.
Yeah.
I mean, the only answer they had. I don't think they would have done
I
this.
think it'll be interesting. I assume Rory's got to meet the media today.
Yeah.
Right? Tournament starts tomorrow. He's a two-time defending champion.
Yes.
So he's going to meet the media today.
Yeah.
And it'll be interesting to see what he says. I tend to think he's going to surprise people. Like Jack's comments surprised me too.
What'd he say?
He just basically said, I talked to Jay this morning. I was tweeting yesterday, hey, Commissioner Jack Nicklaus on line two, because this weekend he was ripping it and, ripping and gripping the LIV Tour and stuff. And, hey, Commissioner, Rory says he wants $250. But Jack was like, hey, man, I talked to the commissioner. He said this is best for the game of golf, the PGA Tour. So,
Yeah.
And I was surprised that I guess the biggest surprise to me is I don't want to be the hypocrite guy. That I sat there and I said, this money is dirty money. Mm-hmm. This money funded a lot of bad things. Mm-hmm. These people were responsible for murdering someone.
Yeah.
Oh, well. And the tour embraced that thought.
Yeah, it was.
And then they flipped on it. That's the problem I have. And it seems like everybody now is like, oh, well. Now, look.
You should ask.
I wouldn't blame you, Matt Every, if you go say, well, look, I'm a golfer. Where am I supposed to golf? I get that part now.
Yeah.
I'm disappointed that we're doing this and taking this money, but what am I supposed to do?
You're disappointed in the leadership.
Yeah, I am.
Yes.
I am.
You should ask Stuart more about that when he comes
I will.
in.
Brunch with the Saudis next Tuesday.
Brunch with the Saudis. Oh, that's going to be appointment viewing.
Yes, although he is on vacation next week, so
that's convenient.
Tom Alter will be
That's
here.
convenient.
Yeah, to take the bullets. Mm-hmm. Those poor guys, they have nothing to do with it.
I know.
Stuart Moore left here, and he texted me at 20 minutes later, what the hell?
Yeah. I was like, no, ain't no
I'm like,
way.
how do you not tell? He goes, I swear I knew.
I swear
now,
I didn't know.
Obviously, if Tiger Woods didn't know, Stuart Moore didn't know.
Right.
I mean, I get that. So, and like we talked about, team golf not going anywhere.
That's what they said?
That's in the article. Did the DOJ investigation in the PGA Tour for anti-competitive practices play a role in this? Monahan didn't acknowledge that at all, though one lawmaker did take to Twitter to highlight the irony of the developments. A Connecticut senator said, weird. PGA officials in my office just months ago talking about how the Saudis' human rights record should disqualify them from having a stake in a major American sport. I guess maybe their concerns weren't really about human rights, right? I mean, how did Monahan explain his complete 180 from a year ago? What I'm trying to explain, and I will continue to explain as we go forward, this ultimately is a decision that I think is in the best interest of all the members of the PGA Tour. Well, and like you said, we chill, we let it shake out, and financially, I get it.
Yeah.
Morally, I can't.
Yeah.
I just can't. I can't accept it.
I understand.
And I would be another hypocrite if I did.
Mm-hmm.
I sat here and bashed the hell out of, and they won. LIV won. Yeah. Greg Norman didn't win. I guess he's going to disappear, but he won with the millions of dollars that he got to run the league for a year.
They won, but in like a
weird way.
They didn't win because their product was good. They won, like, I don't know. It's just.
Andre is on the phone. Andre has not bashed me, but disagrees with me on the live and everything. So let's hear it from the governor. Hello, governor.
Morning, boys. Morning, Matt.
Hey,
Nice
Andre,
to
what's
speak
up,
to you.
dude?
Good morning. Good morning, Daniel. How
Yes,
are
sir.
you, sir?
Very good.
So Dan knows that I've been somewhat of a, I don't want to say defender, but I've looked at other things when it comes to live. I'll mention them in a sec, but I just wanted to mention this about Rory.
Mm-hmm.
He has been the chief defender of the PGA Tour, the chief voice of the PGA Tour. How do you feel now that you've been sold out by the very thing that you were trying to defend? Right, just on a human level.
Right.
Okay. Let's take it on a personal level. You defend your best friend of something that they've done, and then you find out that actually they're going to accuse you of having done it. You know, it's just a complete hypocrisy, total cynicism, and just on a human level. If I were Rory, I'd be apoplectic. You know, given what he's given up. And let's face it, Matt probably knows this. His game has suffered because of the effort that he's put into defending the PGA Tour.
What do you think of that? Hold on a second, Andre. What do you think of that, Matt?
I think Andre's spot on. I think he does look fried out there.
Yeah.
He does.
Yeah.
He looks fried. Life
Yeah.
shouldn't be that hard for Rory McIlroy. He's
Right.
rich.
Yeah.
He's really good at golf.
Just keep it simple.
And he lives pretty clean.
Yeah.
It's not that hard.
Yeah.
But and as far as the how you feel as a human, I'm with you there too, Andre. Even if, let's just say, this fund wired Rory McIlroy $400 million last night. Okay. It still doesn't make up for Rory kind of looking, he was just totally backstabbed. It doesn't make up for it. That's a great point.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the one other thing I wanted to bring up was, which is more about why I've sort of tried to defend LIV, and it's not on their human rights record, but as an example, the U.S. government has a $350 billion contract to sell arms to the Saudis. So why are we, as a country, saying all this stuff is not okay? Given I get it entirely, and I'm not trying to defend it, I'm just saying that, as I said to Dan before, Titleist and Ping and these other companies, they're in China. We're not going crazy about that. I'm just saying, we maybe we're somewhat naive in thinking that this is the only way that we are doing business with Saudi Arabia, and it's blatantly not. And and that's just on another level.
No, that PIF has it. The PIF has its tentacles everywhere, and that was I was naive about that, and I agree with you. But I do think at some point, like I told you this before, and Andre, thanks for the call. It's good to hear from you. And good stuff as always. I just thought this one hit us so with a sledgehammer.
Yeah.
It was just right there, like we knew. It's like, look, this is dirty money. Do not go this route, and they don't care. Nobody cares.
Didn't even wait till Friday to do it either.
No. In an hour and 15 minutes, speaking of money, the Jags are going to unveil their stadium plan.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they're rolling it out, man. We can watch, we can see. And, again, I don't know the exact plan, but there are some indications that they're going for the car or the house with all the bells and whistles.
Ooh, baby.
Right?
Who did they hire? Who did they hire?
It was HOK, I'm pretty sure, is their architect.
What stadiums have they done before?
They've done a lot of them.
Really?
Yeah, and I think that and they've done some renos and stuff, but I think it might be it could be upwards of like a $2 billion deal.
Really?
Yeah, and so I'm all listen. I asked the folks.
Dude, we're getting ready. We got some money in this town right now.
I asked our friends today with our one-to-one financial poll question today as the Jags roll out their plans. How do you feel about how the city should help? 50-50, $1 billion each? Like city puts in $1 billion, Shad puts in $1 billion. Is everybody happy?
How about the tour puts in $1 billion?
Why not? Why not? Cannot lose the Jags is one of the choices. Let the taxpayers vote, or Jags should pay majority. Now again, I talk to sports fans on Twitter because that's that's what I do. But almost 80% have split between 50-50, $1 billion each, And if Shots throws in $1 billion, man, if I'm the city, I'm like, all right, I'll throw in $1 billion.
You have to.
You have to.
Yeah, if he's
because you
meeting you
cannot
halfway.
lose the Jags, which leads us to the next one. Which I just think that though that we're looking at a stadium with stuff around it.
Is that a real thing? Losing the Jags still?
No, as long as yes, if we say no.
Who's going to say no to that?
I don't think you can.
You can't.
I don't think you can. Joe Yu wants to chime in
you.
as well. Your man, Joe Yu.
Wow.
Go
Made
ahead,
my
you.
day.
Top of the morning, boys. What's up, man? What's happening?
Hey,
bro?
Joe, you. What's up, dude?
Hey, I think the only person with more money than the Saudis is whoever the city contracts to make all these freaking renderings. Because
a lot of renderings.
Bro, we got more renderings than. I mean, damn.
We got some renderings coming out here in about an hour, Joe Yu.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
The Lot J and
Yeah.
the Shipyard.
Yeah.
The Four Seasons.
I bet those renderings aren't cheap either, by the way. Are they?
They are not.
Yeah.
They're not. They're not. You need firms and their billable hours involved. And,
Joe, you
and that
what would
gets
you?
me to-
How would you do the
Go ahead.
split with the stadium with Shad Khan?
That's complicated. Probably going to be 50-50 with, but then I put out kind of, 50 with the city, 50 Shad.
You can't get any
But on the
state money.
city-
That's the only negative here in Florida. You can't Buffalo, New York got state money.
Yeah.
They got like
I mean,
$500 million.
they got state tax. I'd
Yeah.
rather us not have state tax
Yeah.
than that.
Well, there
so
you go.
50-50, but on the city side, some hotel tax. You can slide in some sort of local taxes
To help
that
pay
don't
for it.
hit your to help
Yeah.
pay for it. That don't hit your populace as hard.
Joe, you
But
are.
no tolls. I don't want any tolls. I don't want any.
No
tolls.
tolls.
Yeah.
No tolls.
Yeah,
Are
but
the,
then residency tax, things like that.
Are the Canes? Are the Canes still alive in the baseball?
No.
No.
Nah, bro. We lost to Texas, so twice, unfortunately.
You know who beat you? A kid from Jacksonville, LeBaron Johnson, went to Paxton High School.
Really?
Yeah, threw a complete game against the Canes down there. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, unfortunately, the 4-time national champions in baseball
There we
won't
go.
be getting that again.
I love it.
Hey, on this live stuff, it's pretty simple. I mean, it's just how capitalism works, and sometimes when you can try to fight the good battle when you have
Free market
righteousness on your
capitalism.
side. Yeah, and I think the PGA Tour is right. They have the moral high ground to stand on, but that only goes so far when somebody can bleed you out. And what it gets to, I talked about billable hours. If the Saudis have all the money in the world and they can tie you up in court where you're paying $5 million a week, which is unofficially kind of numbers that I've seen thrown around, you got to make a deal. You got to make a deal. And he took such a hard line. He had his players. I think leadership comes into it too. And
Yeah.
I think that the head of the PGA Tour, Jay, could have done a better job kind of projecting. I think some people, we all saw down the line there had to be some merging of sorts that was going to happen eventually because of the players that they got. And a couple of things sped it up. The LIV players doing so well with Brooks, winning, kind of sped it up. And then there's something else that's missing, which I think you guys, me being a journalist by nature, there's something in the PGA books that they do not want open to the public.
You think?
And on record.
Yeah, we missed that one, Joe.
Yeah, you got it takes you to bring this type of stuff up.
I mean, come
All right,
on,
man.
dude.
Get him out of here. Get out of here. All right, let's take a break. We'll keep it rolling. We'll do one more. You do one more segment with us, Maddie?
Yeah, man.
All right, we're hanging out with Maddie every here on a Hump Day edition of The Drill.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here.
They say every town has a story.
Here in Duval, the stories being written every day.
Duval!
1010XL.
Duval!
This is Duval Sports Radio.
Now at Hodges Mazda, embrace every unexpected turn in a new 2023 Mazda CX-30. Lease a new 2023 Mazda CX-30 for only $259 a month. Lauren Brooks here. No matter where your path leads, the Mazda CX-30 is made to help you follow it. Plus, all vehicle purchases come with 2 years free maintenance. The sales staff works on salary, not commission, allowing them to put your best interest first. That's the Hodges Mazda difference. Visit them today or online at HodgesMazda.com. Dealer for details, $2,999 due at lease. Signing terms of lease for qualified lessees. 36-month lease expires July 5th, 2023.
Patriot Roofing Services, specializing in all types of commercial and residential roofing and repairs, gutters, sun tubes, skylights as well. 10-year workmanship warranty, financing available, military and senior citizen discounts, no subcontractors. Mention this ad at the time of the estimate and receive $500 off any new re-roof. Call Mark today, 982-4052, 982-4052, licensed and insured.
Hi, I'm Sean Monahan from Monahan Jewelers in Atlantic Beach. We're your local family jeweler for 46 years in Jacksonville with a huge selection of diamonds, gemstones, and pre-owned Rolex watches. And Monahan Jewelers is your store for expert jewelry repair turned around in 1 or 2 days. Most jewelry stores take 2 weeks or more, and many stores send your jewelry somewhere else for repair. At Monahan Jewelers, our jewelry repair is done in-house by expert craftsmen, and Monahans can turn around most repairs in a day or two. So bring your jewelry repair to Monahan Jewelers in Atlantic Beach.
For lost or broken keys or nearly any make and model of vehicle, call 722-1111 for
Instant Keys. Instant Keys. You don't have to go to the dealer. Instant Keys comes to you.
It's a Monday morning must.
What's that smell?
Tony Baselli, Dan Hicken, and Jeff Prosser.
You smell something?
Breakfast with Boselli.
Smells super.
Brought to you by Epstein & Robbins DUI defense firm. Monday morning on 1010XL.
Did you know that many cooling companies are now part of big conglomerates with no connection to Northeast Florida? In the past, they have concentrated on heating and air conditioning, but after a buyout, many add plumbing and electrical services. This raises their overhead, and those costs are passed on to the consumer. It's a case where bigger isn't better, it's just more expensive. Not Mike Merritt's Heating and Air. Mike Merritt remains family-owned and operated. Merritt's focus has been the same for more than 30 years, keeping Northeast Florida comfortable, no matter what the weather. And there are no overtime or weekend surcharges. Mike Merritt's team does not work on commission. They repair only what needs repair and offer replacements only on what can't be fixed. And unlike at giant corporations where you can feel like just another number, with Mike Merritt, you'll feel like number one. Florida license CACO 50384.
Garrett Scantling here, sports fans. I'm still feeling great from the treatment and care I received from Dr. Acevedo and Southeast Orthopedic Specialists, where you're treated like a pro.
This is Dr. George Acevedo. Thanks to Garrett Scantling for those nice words. And if you have foot and ankle issues, visit Southeast Orthopedic Specialists today.
Relieve pain and get back to life. SOS. Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Hacker here, and you know that I'm a sausage guy. So let me tell you about the Sausage Dudes sausage. The Sausage Dudes use quality pork and carefully sourced spices to make the best sausage I've ever had. They have 4 outstanding flavors, including Polish, Hungarian, beer bratwurst with cheddar and jalapeno, and my favorite, the Italian. You can pick up the Sausage Dudes sausage at Publix locations all throughout Jacksonville. So take it from me and head to Publix today to pick up the Sausage Dudes sausage.
This is Hayes Carline for Island Wing Company, located on Southside near Tinseltown, and our new location at Bartram Park in St. Johns County. 2 great locations offering the ultimate sports bar experience where you can stick to healthy options. Island Wing Company has a wide selection of fryer-free food. The wings are baked, not fried, with so many awesome flavors to choose from. You can also get delicious salmon, tuna, flatbreads, and tacos. With tons of spectacular TVs, dog-friendly patios, and 2 daily happy hours, Island Wings can't be beat.
The promotions are kicking off the summer heat in June, and we're paying out over $575,000 this month. Catch all the action from early bird high hands at Best Bet Orange Park to $500 Fridays and Table Super Share Tuesdays at Best Bet Jacksonville. And don't miss out on daily tournaments, including the inaugural Best Bet Summer Swing Series from June 1st through 25th. Visit bestbetjacks.com for more details. That's bestbetjacks.com.
When your vehicle needs an oil change, but you really haven't got the time, visit the newest Famous Quick Lube location in Jacks Beach near Penman. It's the same fast, affordable service at your convenience. That's Famous Quick Lube.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, the official personal injury law firm of the Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
I see what you're doing here, E.
What do we got here? What's this one?
Well, we got to bleep out all the words.
Oh, this is instrumental.
Okay, good.
All right, Dan, I'm going to tell you right here. This is Offset's wife.
Oh, Cardi B. She's a nasty girl.
She is so nasty.
She's very nasty.
9 o'clock now.
Now, let me ask you something, E. If I gave you the opportunity.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, hold on.
Yeah.
I'm going to make you choose.
I'm taking Cardi.
Over Black China.
Absolutely.
Because he's seen Black China perform before.
I'm taking Cardi all day.
Oh, okay.
Cardi is not only nasty.
Yes.
That's an investment.
Yeah. She has
It's an investment.
It's an investment, man.
Now, who did she do that one song with, that Dirty, Dirty song?
You talking
was
about
that Megan Thee?
Yeah. Talking about WAP.
Yes. Yeah, that was. Oof. I mean, I hate to be my dad, but.
Yeah, it was. I hate for the little. I would hate to have a daughter.
Yeah. That was. But this. What is this song?
That's Money.
That's Money by Cardi.
By Cardi?
Yeah, it was suggested by the one and only.
Yeah, I thought we were just going to play money songs this morning.
Very good.
Common theme.
Very good. Speaking of money, I had this tweeted at me. I love the sound of all the bells and whistles for the stadium. And again, we don't know this, but we're just guessing. But as a typical art of the deal goes, you start overwhelmingly high and then you meet in the middle. I'm sure it'll be nice, though. And I would, I tend to, it's like when you're building a house, right, Maddie?
Yeah.
You sit there and go, oh, I really want that. Well, that's an extra $15,000. Oh, I really want this extra room. Okay, well, that's an extra $30,000. Oh, I want the garage turned. Okay, well, that's, and then you come up with this final number and you have to sometimes make cuts. But hopefully they won't. I say go all in. I don't care. I'll pay an extra penny on something if you want. I don't care. I'll pay 10 of your extra pennies if I have to, but I definitely want to have us.
So when they unveil it, is it going to be like this video, so like when you get a pool designed or something, they have all these images.
Oh, and renderings. Yeah, we're going to have them all.
The renderings.
Do you know who Kyle Porter is?
Yes.
McIlroy kept quiet until Grayson Murray, world number.
That's exactly what I told you when I came on.
Yeah.
Today.
The world number 227 shouted for Monahan to resign, saying, "We don't trust you, Jay. You lied to our face." McIlroy yelled back, "Just play better, Grayson." Yeah. But in a mutinous atmosphere, the world's number 3's defense of Monahan apparently did not achieve unanimous approval. Golf Channel first reported the exchange, and another source has confirmed to Telegraph Sport that Murray responded by telling McIlroy to bleep off.
Yeah, Grayson don't care, man.
Yeah.
That guy's got a loose screw for
well,
sure.
I mean, I'll say this, too. I'd be more concerned. Rory McIlroy's going to get his money.
Yeah.
John Rahm's going to get his money. Now, do they deserve the money? Sure. Hideki's going to get his money. But if I'm the 105th ranked golfer, what does this now mean for me? Can I play, or do I just have to play better to get in the top? Because I really think going forward, we're going to have those designated, elevated, whatever you want to call them, tournaments, and I think we're going to have more of them. Mm-hmm. And I think it's going to be somewhat what Norman envisioned 20 years ago, World Golf Championships.
It'll be interesting the feeder system they develop to see who gets in those events, as long as that's fair.
But then if you're a sponsor of the John Deere Classic.
They just renewed.
Yeah, they did.
Did you see that?
I did.
And they have of all the sponsors, I mean, they've been with the tour for pretty much the longest.
That's a different, I shouldn't have brought them up. They're a different story. That's a small community that just embraces whoever comes.
Awesome.
Yeah. It's a great event, right?
It is, yep.
So let's forget that one. Let's do one like, I don't know, like pick one in Connecticut, one that's not an elevated event, one that's all of a sudden going to look up and their best player is going to be 57th ranked so-and-so.
Okay, and we'll do the Valspar.
Okay, yeah.
In Tampa.
Yeah.
All right.
So then what? What
do they do?
Yeah.
Well, maybe they don't have to.
Because remember what we tried to do recently was, okay, look, I need a couple of you top guys to play a couple of these type tournaments. And they did.
That's all changing now.
That's all changing. That's done.
That whatever the 24 plans were, those are scrapped.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now in that note that Jay sent out to the players, there was something in there where it said, everything needed to be approved by the policy board. There's guys on that board that they will make it tough for those LIV guys to come back and have like their cake and eat it too, because that's kind of what those guys got.
Right. Chris Sims has released his top 40 quarter. It's always controversial.
Yeah.
Got Trevor at 6.
Really?
Yeah. I mean,
it's always controversial with
good.
him because he had Zach Wilson over Trevor Wilson. Trevor
going
Lawrence.
in that year, first year.
And we take notice of what he said.
He also once had Balaki like 60th.
Uh-huh.
It was very, very insulting. Can't do that to our guy Balaki. We know he's no good, but he's our guy.
You should just lose all credibility if you had Zach Wilson over. I mean, is that real? Or is that
No,
for
that
clicks?
was real.
Oh, that was
He
real.
thought Zach
Was
Wilson
he doing it as a bit, or
No.
was it like
No,
he
thought-
genuinely thought?
He genuinely he doesn't mess around with that. He genuinely thought that Zach Wilson would be better than Trevor Lawrence. Now he has I think he has let me see real quick here. I think he has Lamar 5th. Do you have that?
Yeah, he has Lamar 5th.
Do you have it there? Because I don't think he's gone all the way up yet. But you can pretty much figure out who's where. Yeah, here. No, that's not it. Anyway, I know he has Trevor ahead of Jalen Hurts.
Okay.
Now, I'm okay with that if you think that he's a better quarterback, but Jalen Hurts is a more accomplished quarterback right now than Trevor in the NFL.
And right now,
You got him to a Super Bowl. He played great in the game.
If you're using just that as your criteria, you don't even need rankings. That can all just be done on paper.
Mm-hmm.
He has Aaron Rodgers 8, Jalen Hurts 7, Trevor Lawrence 6, and Lamar Jackson 5.
Ooh, I don't know about those.
Okay, say him again.
Aaron at 8.
Aaron 8, Jalen Hurts 7, Trevor Lawrence 6, Lamar Jackson 5.
I mean, I would still probably take Aaron Rodgers.
And again, he goes all. Listen, he's got. If you're a Falcon fan, you didn't chase the number 5 quarterback and you kept the 40th quarterback, Desmond Ridder, 40th.
Wow.
40th. Sam Howell, 39th. Both those guys slated to start. Bryce Young, 38th. So those guys, he has backup guys ahead of them. C.J. Stroud, 37. Anthony Richardson, 36. I get it. He probably puts the rookies down there. But he's got Mike White, 35. He's got Minshew, 34. Taylor Heineke, 33. Jarrett Stidham, 32. Jordan Love, 31. I mean, it's so refreshing to have a quarterback who's good, man.
Oh, dude.
You know, do you go back and look? Like, I went back and looked at just some of the throws he made last year.
Yeah.
It's just so good, dude. Some of the
that
throws,
Baltimore game was unbelievable.
Oh my gosh, man!
Yeah,
I mean,
the 2-point conversion for me
such
was
a good throw.
that was kind of like the turning point a little bit.
For sure.
To do a ton for him with confidence.
For sure. And one of the things I've harped on a lot is 15 touchdowns, 2 picks the second half of the year.
Yeah.
That's where he really elevated. Now, if he can continue that, which we expect he can, and you add Calvin Ridley and you add a rookie tight end, you add a rookie running back who, have talent.
I can't wait for this year.
It's going to be great.
Yeah.
It's going to be great. And it's going to be a great home schedule. It's as good as it gets, which is why hopefully when they unveil the stadium.
Buffalo and London.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah. Why not?
Yeah.
I mean, they got 2 games in London. I'm not a big proponent of it, but and one of the things about the stadium I would say is that
would you rather play Buffalo and London than Buffalo? Or would you rather have the experience of going up to Buffalo? Because
what if you have to go up there again?
Well, maybe, but do you think it's an easier win or easier?
I don't necessarily agree that it's an easier win because it's the second game in London, and that means you're there for 9 days, and I don't know how that wears on you as a player.
Okay.
Like, to me, it's still I think they will tell you I'd much rather play them in London, and I get it, but I still think it's not an easy proposition by staying in London. Because, there's a lot of distractions when you're over there for 9 days.
I can imagine.
How many times do you see NFL teams go out to the West Coast and they have back-to-back West Coast games, so they stay out there?
Yeah, doesn't that happen quite a bit?
Yeah, and it usually doesn't go well the second time. So now the West Coast is always tough for the East Coast. East Coast is tough for the West Coast. That's how it works. Your bodies and how they're situated. So, all right, my man, any final thoughts?
That's all I got.
Good stuff today. So what do you got coming up?
I'm doing Canada this week. I believe I have Roy's group Thursday, Friday.
Oh.
Yeah, for PGA Tour.
What did you said he looked fried.
He just looks fried. Yeah,
Fried.
a little like
That's a
just,
good term.
Just zapped. Honestly,
Yeah.
Billy at Memorial last week looked fried to me too. And it
Why do you
kinda
think
just
that
broke
was?
Down. I've never seen that guy cry, dude.
Yeah.
And just there's a lot going on in the world of golf right now, and these guys got their own lives
And if
too.
your game's not there, it gets to you.
It's hard not to wear it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To his credit, it was nice that the golf world gave him so much credit for doing that, and then he didn't WD.
No.
Came back and played the next day. He knows he ain't making the cut.
Yeah.
Be easy to skedaddle, right? Oh, my calf hurts.
He was the defending champ. He doesn't have that move in. He ain't got that move.
Yeah.
He's not doing that.
Yeah.
No.
Well, anyway, good for him, and good for the Horschels as well. I know his wife recently passed a milestone year, so I know that they're doing well. So always wish that guy well. He's the good Gators, man. What are we going to do with our Gator golf program?
Well, we lose a couple guys, I think. But, hey, they're doing great.
What about Biondi and pro prospects? What do you think?
I like it. He's a good-looking player, good-looking kid.
Yeah.
He's got the world in front of him. That Ludwig kid, though, coming
Texas
out.
Tech.
He's debuting this week.
So
I know
that's Prosser's guy.
Yeah, you might have picked him. You might have picked him the winner this week.
He did.
Picked him for Prosser.
You might have, man. That guy's a stud.
No. Every says, be careful of Ludwig.
Yes.
Oh, man.
Yeah, he might be the Rose Zhang of the PGA Tour.
In a way, that would be okay. Not for you, because I know you're trying to displace Jeff, and that's your own fault for picking him. But then I won't have to deal with what I'm going to have to deal with on Monday.
Yeah.
Which
It's
I'm going to
true.
feel
I
the
got to
wrath.
deal with it before you. I got to deal with it at 6 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, you're going to get it for. Hey, but here's what you're going to do. You're going to blame me, is what you're going to do, even though it was really your fault.
Oh, I'll take it. You got to hold that, man.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell him.
He told him. Look, you can't do the lottery after the lottery numbers are posted, can you, Matty?
And those weren't two terrible picks you gave him.
He lucky he got picks.
Yeah.
Scott Piercy could win that golf tournament.
Correct. Thank you.
Yeah.
So we didn't kill him.
No.
We didn't. I wanted to go.
I remember one time I was out of town. I wasn't listening. My buddies were listening, and Prosser was being a smart ass, and he was like, I was playing bad, and this is before I was coming on this show too.
Oh.
And you guys, he
gave me you?
Yes, jerk.
I almost picked him. I want to get his name right. Harry Teets Hall.
Harry Hall.
That's who I almost picked for him. Harry Teets Hall is what I think his name is actually, Matty, but that's neither here nor there. All right, Matt Every in studio. We appreciate him so much. We'll catch up with him soon. Good luck with your tournament this weekend.
Thanks.
And we'll see you, and we'll come back for the 9 o'clock Nasty next on The Drill.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here.
Estimated in 10 seconds.
Well, why don't you just turn it on and see what it does?
Sports radio is 1010XL.
I knew it!
Hi, this is Dave Barker. Want to grow your hair back?
IHRS, right here in Jacksonville, is the only hair transplant clinic in the country that offers multi-unit hair grafting, FUE Neograft hair transplants, and the 45-minute effective PRP treatments.
Multi-unit hair grafting gave me more hair in one procedure and within my budget.
Thank you, IHRS.
IHRS showed me what was causing my hair loss and helped stop it.
Schedule a free evaluation and find out how to grow your hair back and keep the hair you have. Call 904-777-IHRS. Take the first step to restoring your hair today. Visit hairforme.com.
Now my hair will grow for the rest of my life. Thanks, IHRS.
IHRS has been restoring hair for men and women for over 30 years.
Call now for a free in-person or virtual evaluation. 904-777-IHRS. That's 904-777-4477. Or visit hair4me.com.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking mumbo-jumbo. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices. I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from high heels to wagon wheels. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
The flagship station of the Jacksonville Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Your home value is way up, and you can use that money
right now. Pay off credit cards, remodel your house, both, whatever you want. Prosser here for Loan Pronto. Loan Pronto can convert that home equity into cash in as little as 2 weeks with no cost to you and zero hassle. Mike and Joan in Ponte Vedra called Loan Pronto. They did a Loan Pronto zero cost cash out refi. They got a check for $100,000, used $50 to pay off all their credit cards and a car loan, and used the other $50 to upgrade their master bath and kitchen. They locked in new APR in the 2s and lowered their total monthly bills by hundreds of dollars. Hello? What are you waiting on? Call Loan Pronto now. Convert your home value into cash and put that money to good use. Do it now, and you can even skip your next 2 house payments. Call 904-999-1508 or go to loanpronto.com. That's 904-999-1508. Equal housing lender, NMLS 1661781, subject to lender approval. Not all loans apply.
Men, are you suffering from erectile dysfunction or PE? The medical providers at Prime Men's Medical Center offer breakthrough treatments that eliminate problems in the bedroom without pain or surgery. 98% of men see instant results on their first office visit. Listen to a specialist in men's health.
I'm Dr. Simovitz. Prime Men's Medical Center offers breakthrough medical treatments that eliminate ED and PE. Men are even lasting 90 minutes or longer, regardless of age or medical history.
But that's not all. For a limited time only, call Prime Men's Medical Center now, and your initial consultation and first treatment are completely free. You'll see instant results right in the office. You'll even get a gift that enhances your performance in the bedroom. All this, worth hundreds of dollars, is free if you call now. 904-664-8217. 904-664-8217. That's 904-664-8217.
Are you looking to grow your career? Good news. Chick-fil-A restaurants in your area are hiring and have what you are looking for: unique opportunities and excellent benefits. Chick-fil-A operators are known for investing in their team members through things like mentorship and coaching, leadership development, and competitive pay. Don't miss the chance to be part of your local Chick-fil-A team. Apply today by visiting your local Chick-fil-A or apply online. Most Chick-fil-A restaurants are operated by independent franchise owners. Chick-fil-A, an equal opportunity employer.
Are you tired of having a plain and boring backyard? Really want to impress your family and friends this year? Then stop by Stone Core on Phillips Highway. Imagine hosting guests at your new outdoor kitchen, relaxing by your custom-built fireplace under a brand new pergola. Stone Core can also remodel your old pool deck and beautiful new pavers. Make your backyard wishes a reality. Visit Stone Core on Phillips Highway and let's get started at stonecore.co. We do outdoors better.
Wrestling fans, the River City Wrestling Con will slam into the Jax Fairgrounds June 10th and 11th. This two-day event will feature appearances by pro wrestling superstars, exciting wrestling matches, and an assortment of vendors and artists. Guests include Kurt Angle, Saraya, Jake the Snake Roberts, Rob Van Dam, and many more. Get tickets at rivercitywrestlingcon.com or follow on social media for event updates. June 10th and 11th, the River City Wrestling Con at the Fairgrounds.
This is your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist Local Sports Update. I'm E.T. Jeff Lagerman joined the boys of Jaguars today recently and made some comments on rookie tight end Brenton Strange.
Brenton Strange is probably the best space blocker that I've watched on college film in a long time. The guy's an excellent blocker. He finishes well. But on top of that, he's athletic, he's strong, he's a good receiving tight end. And pairing him with Evan Ingram, I think is going to be exciting.
You can hear that interview in full by simply heading over to 1010XL.com and clicking on the On Demand tab. Currently, it's 9:13, and it's 78 degrees. Your time and your temp is brought to you by Bueller Air Conditioning. Stay cooler with Bueller. Stay tuned because the 9 o'clock hour is next right here on 1010XL and 92.5 FM.
XL is presented by Farah & Farah, the official personal injury law firm of the Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
That's what it's all about. Uh-huh. Here, Rory. Here, John Rahm. Welcome back, Phil Mickelson. Dustin, do you got yours? Pat Perez. You suck, but here, take it. Who else needs some? Hideki. Hideki's on. Here we go, Hideki. Oh, my gosh. Welcome back to the show. There is a show that you don't watch, Jeff doesn't watch, and I don't watch, but I paid attention to the scandal on that Vanderpump Rules show.
Okay.
So basically, longtime boyfriend, girlfriend, lived together 9 years, whatever. Dude cheats on his girl with her best friend.
Ooh.
I mean, it has been hellacious.
Okay.
Well, they have these. You ever watched on Bravo the reunions when they sit them all down?
Yeah, I'm
and Andy
familiar with
Cohen's in there, and he starts firing questions.
Oh yeah, get
and it
riled
gets
up.
So right after right after everyone learned of the affair, they had to have the reunion, and you
Right.
have to do it. You don't get paid if you don't. You got to go. The cameras are rolling the whole time.
Oh yeah.
And it's been like 2 weeks of F-bomb city. I mean, beep, and I'll tell you another beep, and you beep, and you beep, beep, and I'll beat your beep, 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 beep. And so they've had two of them, and their third one is coming up. All right, the third and final installment of the reunion. And they're saying there will be a shocking reveal. Now, understand that we recently learned of an affair between a couple together for 9 years, dude and his girlfriend's best friend.
Okay.
So that's shocking enough. And they've gone at it, man. They all have gone at it. They hate each other, and it's brutal. But now they're saying there's still another big one coming into the final episode tonight.
Oh my.
Does that mean I'm going to watch? Probably not, but I'll be looking to see what it was at some point. How about that? Let's take a phone call. Tom from St. Augustine wants to check in. Tom, good morning.
Hey, Dan. Good morning. Didn't get to hear the early parts of the show, but on the golf thing, this morning on, I think it was CBS, but they had a young lady on there. Her brother has been imprisoned in Saudi Arabia for 5 years for making some jokes on Twitter.
Right.
In Saudi Arabia.
Right.
And he came across, his hands have been broken, his, the hand he would type with and everything like this. Well, at the end of the interview, they went to the other people on the show, and they said, this still got to go through DOJ, and that there's going to be a lot of pressure put on those guys, Jay Monahan and everything, because it's not going to go over well with the American people.
Yeah.
It's one thing when we sell weapons to somebody,
right?
But if you're taking one of our public events and you're bringing Saudi Arabia over here into it,
right?
And they're still holding Americans hostage in prison for doing Twitter. I just don't see how Jay did it. I don't know how the policy board will react, but I think it would be nothing better than if today or next week, every single member that works in that damn building out there walked out for a week.
Yeah.
And said, Jay, replace Jay. Hell, you can take his place.
Yeah, I think I would agree with you about one thing, and thanks for the call, that he's got, well, I agree with you a lot, actually. But the leadership there has been so failed. And we go back and forth on this PIF deal with the Saudis all the time. What they do, some of the things that they have done are, I mean, the guys involved in this are tied to the murder of a journalist, and then they chopped his body up, okay? Now, people say, their tentacles reach far and wide. Look what's going on in China and yet the NBA. How do you support Nike? And I guess my point was, when this happened and the PGA Tour reacted the way that it did, I stood up for the PGA Tour, and I said, well, wait a second now. This is right in your face. This is right and wrong. This is money that, how can you take this? Well, then the commissioner does a 180, and he accepts what had to be a billions of dollars investment into the tour from the same PIF group that I sat there and hammered the LIV guys for. So my response was, along those lines is, and again, he says you'll be back, and there may be some truth to that. But I'm not watching the PGA Tour right now. I don't care. I'm not going to watch. And I feel bad for the golfers. I don't blame the golfers for continuing their careers. What are they supposed to do now at this point? Okay? But as a consumer, I don't have to watch. And so I love sports. I can do other things. I can pour into college golf, which I really enjoyed, watching my Gators win a natty. I can watch our girl Rose on the LPGA Tour. Somebody may tell me the PIF's involved in that too. I don't know.
You can wear your pineapple shirt.
I can wear my pineapple shirt and
if
go
you'd
out.
Like. Yeah,
yes.
if you'd like. Yeah.
Yeah, that got a lot of play yesterday. Word got back to the wife on that one, by the way. I don't know if I should have talked about it, but the word got back. I wore an upside-down pineapple shirt, and apparently that means I'm a swinger, is what I learned after I wore it, which she bought me the shirt, for the record. So today I've gone with a nice little gator. I'm surprised you haven't complimented me on this little ditty.
It looks real Hawaiian-ish.
Yeah.
This is a little gator tropical thing.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, a little gator-esque.
Got your shirt yet?
So.
The T-shirt?
No, but I ordered them.
Okay, you ordered them?
Yeah,
Sweet.
I got Chucklebutt one, so maybe he won't be as mean. If he's mean on Monday, I'll pull the plug on this golf controversy. I will pull the plug, and I will hand you a T-shirt. I don't know if you want to wear a Gator Golf National I just don't see you wearing that, but you never know.
If it's free, it's for me.
Yeah, you can work out in it. I got Ox one. I always get Ox one. I got my buddy CT one, because we sort of watched the championship in some ways together.
Uh-huh.
So I got him one. And I got Pross one, and I got me one. I think that was it. I think I got 4. Which, by the way, it's not cheap, but, I mean, I did it. So, that's what I am.
Support the alma mater.
I'm a T-shirt guy.
T-shirt guy.
You win a natty, we get T-shirts. We celebrate. So, and Ox has returned the favor. He got me a old-school Florida track and field one. That was terrific.
Nice.
I like to wear that one around the house. Anyway, with all that said, going back to our call, yeah, it's going to be interesting going forward. A lot is going to happen, and I guess my concern is, what sport's next? Obviously, they've gotten into soccer because they can pay more than anybody, and quite frankly, these slimy athletes show no remorse in taking the dirty money.
I mean, yeah.
And they hand them the dirty money. Oh, I know what I want to talk about. You know what I watched last night? Some of you were at the Jumbo Shrimp game, but you know what's really good?
What's that?
The Bill Walton 30 for 30.
Oh, is it?
It's terrific, man.
Okay.
I mean, you got to love this guy.
I enjoyed 30 for 30s.
This guy he's got like 4 boys. He's married to this wonderful lady who's been a stepmom to his sons. I don't know what happened to the first wife. I was at work, so I didn't catch it all, and I watched it in bits and pieces. But, I mean, I got through the UCLA stuff with John Wooden. I got through him. The guy was out, like, walking around the mountains or something when he walked into a convenience store, and they told him, hey, you just got drafted number 1 overall by Portland.
What?
Great, dude. I mean, the guy loved to ride his bike. He was hurt a lot his first 2 years. He got himself really healthy, and then Portland won an NBA championship in 1976. I believe that was the last one they won out there. He loved it, though. He loved those. He sat around with his old teammates. These guys are 70 years old now. He went and saw his high school coach. He grew up in San Diego. He went to Helix High School, which I believe Marcus Allen
Reggie Bush
may have. Or for sure Reggie Bush.
I know Reggie Bush.
I'm
and
not sure.
Alex Smith.
Alex Smith. Like, Helix High School is a pretty big deal.
Yep.
Well, Bill Walton was there in 1971 or 70, whatever. And he went, his old high school coach is still around. So he's talking to this old guy. This old guy's giving him crap. It was hilarious. But anyway, the 30 for 30 on Bill Walton is fun. And his house is the best thing.
Mm-hmm.
His house is like, his sons described it as like almost a house for college kids, like a fraternity. Like, he's got Grateful Dead rooms. Like, his wife finally said, look, I have this bathroom and this bedroom that are mine, and that's it. Everything else, he's got bobbleheads, and he's got posters, and he's got outfits he wore to the Dead. He is the greatest Grateful Dead fan. It was, you got to watch it, dude, because I got to get your take on Bill Walton. He was a great player, by the way. He was a little bit, like, he's before your time, but he was a little bit like, if you're going to compare him to, like, another big white center, Jokic.
So
a
he
little
was
bit.
like
Passer.
Okay, like
Not-
look uncoordinated.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Just kind of tall and gangly. Not the scorer that Jokic is, but certainly the passer. And that Trailblazer team played great team basketball. It's funny because they kind of remind me more of the Heat, and that they had Walton. They had guys like Lionel Hollins, Dave Twardzik. Those guys were not great players, but good players. They beat Dr. J and the Sixers, I believe, in the NBA Finals in 1976. And they went back to like one of Bill Walton's old houses, and it was funny. He's standing outside. Yeah, I lived up here. I put a water bed on the roof. I spent a lot of time outside. It was great. In typical Bill Walton. And some dude comes out and goes, hey, man. He goes, you really did live here, huh? He goes, yes, I lived right here. And he goes, oh, we thought it was a myth. It's not a myth. It's me. I'm Bill Walton. It was really good. So if you get a chance, watch. I love those documentaries, though.
The 30 for 30s are real good and
really enjoy those.
informal.
And what's great for me is I can, like the Portland Trailblazers got an NBA franchise, and they were talking, like they started in the early 70s. Like their first game, they had like 4,000 people there. It wasn't like the city went gaga over them. They didn't really go gaga until they started winning with Walton. And so it's just, and then they had, I forget the general manager's name, but this dude, so this black dude calls the general manager. And he says, hey, man, and this is the early 70s. He goes, hey, man, I need 4 tickets to the Blazers games. He goes, what do you need 4 tickets for? He goes, if you give me the 4 tickets, I'm in the black community. I'll start bringing the black people to the games. Guy's like, what? He goes, yeah. So I just need 4 tickets. He goes, yeah, all right. Well, anyway, guy calls him back a couple days later. He goes, you got 4 tickets for the game. Well, it turned out he had 4 tickets for the next 30 years. Front courtside. This guy, the Blazers gave him 4 tickets for like 30 years.
That's legit.
That is legit and cool. But anyway, I don't know if it worked or whatever. Like I said, I was half watching it, but that was a cool. And I forget what the guy had like a nickname, and he was like #1 Blazer fan. It was cool. So anyway, it was a good. If you get a chance, check out. And I don't know why you wouldn't like Bill Walton. He's such a likable guy. He's a nut job, but he's funny. I love him as a broadcaster. They talked to all 4 of his kids. They're all different. Now there's Luke. You know Luke.
He was the Lakers coach.
Yeah, and Kings too.
Okay.
And he played for the Lakers. Yep. And he played for a bunch of teams. But the one brother was like, yeah, Dad is a Portland Trailblazer. Like he's all about the Blazers. Like they go, what about when Luke was playing them? Well, if Luke was playing them, he kind of would root for Luke. But then if the Blazers got ahead, he goes, well, at least the Blazers are going to win this one. Like he stayed a Blazers fan. And they'd always say, Dad, who's the best team in the Western Conference? It's the Portland Trailblazers. They're out of this world. And they were terrible, a lot of years. But anyway, I think what had the Blazers done? They made a finals with Clyde the Glide and lost to Jordan. They ever do anything else?
I'm not sure if they made it to. They may have made it to the Western Conference Championship.
They may have made that, but
with Dame Lillard.
Yeah, I don't think they've. By the way, Dame may not be there this year.
Welcome to the Lakers, Dame. Come on down.
I was thinking more of the Knicks. Let me see what the Blazers. Now they made the playoffs 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and I've missed the last 2 years, but they made it 8 in a row. But you're right, they lost to Western Conference Finals. But a lot of first round exits. 2 Western Conference Finals in 98, 99, and 99, 2000 with Mike Dunleavy. Lost in the finals in 92. That would have been the Drexler.
Yeah, that's with Drexler.
And they made it twice. They lost in 90, and they lost in 92. And they won the finals in 76, 77. That's it. That's it, bro. Holy cow. That's not a very good franchise, is it? Who did they lose the finals to in 90? They didn't lose twice to Jordan, did they? No, the Pistons.
Jordan didn't
Pistons got him.
Okay, because Jordan didn't win his first one until 91.
Yeah, Pistons got him in 5. So, anyway, we'll take a break. We'll keep it rolling. This is the drill. Busy Hump Day Wednesday. More coming up next.
The Drill from the studios at Republic Services. We'll handle it from here.
Now, the Lamb Rant, brought to you by the best bet card rooms of Jacksonville, Orange Park, and St. Augustine.
When the NBA season began, the number of people who expected Denver and Miami to play for the NBA championship would fit into a Corvette. Oh, the Nuggets were one of the favorites in the West, but wouldn't they disappoint in the postseason as always, despite having the game's best player, Nikola Jokic? No one saw the Heat doing anything in the postseason, even if they made the playoffs, which it barely did through the play-in rounds. The NBA playoffs are usually chalk, but the Heat shockingly knocked off number 1 Milwaukee, number 5 New York, and number 2 Boston. Few give the Heat much of a chance against Denver, but really, are you going to doubt it after all it's done this spring? Jimmy Butler has been working magic, and Eric Spoelstra has continued to prove he's a top coach. It has made for a great postseason, even without Joel Embiid, Steph Curry, Jason Tatum, LeBron James, Luka Doncic, etc.
Listen, joint pain is a thief. No two ways about it.
That's football legend Emmitt Smith, who knows a thing or two about pain.
It steals your joy, your time with family, or doing things you love. It can even steal your livelihood. But QC Kinetics can help put a stop to that.
Don't hand everything over to pain. QC Kinetics is the nation's leader in regenerative medicine, a cutting-edge technology that helps relieve pain in your knees, hips, shoulders, and back using healing properties directly from your own body.
It's easy. Get treated in the office and walk right out afterward.
Simple, right? And QC Kinetics' remarkable all-natural treatments deliver long-lasting relief without surgery or long recovery times.
Don't let soreness or achiness rob you of doing the things you love. Tell that pain, not today, not ever. You've got QC Kinetics on your side.
Call QC Kinetics, 904-274-5522. That's 904-274-5522. 904-274-5522.
Oh boy, not again.
Do you feel this way every time there's rain in the forecast? Amy Salt, owner of CrossFit Salt to Tear in the Riverside area, definitely did.
I had major rain anxiety from all the water collecting outside my gym. That's why I'm so happy I reached out to Clearwater Drainage. John came out, designed a system that moved the water off of my property, and all my kettlebells are now dry. I'm sleeping so much better at night.
Clearwater Irrigation.
And drainage, too.
ClearwaterJacks.com.
The IRS has just received $80 billion in funding to hire additional agents for aggressive collections enforcement. If you owe the IRS, now is the time to take action before the IRS comes after you or your business. There's no time to waste. Call J. David Tax Law, a firm right here in Jacksonville, for a no-cost consultation at 904-507-4777. That's 904-507-4777. Or visit jdavidtaxlaw.com. Peace of mind is only a click or phone call away.
Hey, folks, Hickett here with Zero Res. You know, we all love living here in Jacksonville, FLA, and we're lucky to have so many families who serve or have served in the military. And our friends at Zero Res are very aware and want to show their gratitude. So, listen, if you have a family member who's on active duty or is a veteran, now is the time to call our friends at Zero Res, because right now they want to give you 25% off carpet cleaning, 25% off tile and grout, upholstery, or Oriental rugs. Right now, 25% military discount on everything and anything. Zero Res Cleans. Oh, get the cleaning freaks out to your house. You'll be glad you did. Zero Res, man. Spell it forward. Zero Res, spell it back. It's the right way to clean.
Fancy like the country music sensation is coming to Jacksonville.
We fancy like Applebee's.
Walker Hayes, Duck Buck Tour, Friday, June 9th, Daly's Place. With special guests Ingrid Andress and Ray Fulcher. On sale now at Ticketmaster.com. Walker Hayes Live. Follow the rise of the young Jags and daily discussion about where they're headed.
We can be part of it.
Jaguars Today.
From the Jacksonville Orthopedic Institute studios.
With Mike Dempsey, Fat Tony, and E.T. every weekday from 10 to noon on 1010XL.
Yo, yo, yo! Are you looking for the lowest price on car insurance? ET here for Australia Car Insurance. Call 1-800-CAR-INSURANCE today. Australia is your quick and easy alternative to pay less for car insurance. Switch and save money. Call 1-800-CAR-INSURANCE today.
Mike Dempsey for Tire Outlet. Is your vehicle in need of some TLC? Bring it to the experts at Tire Outlet. With over 40 years of experience and 15 locations across Florida, Tire Outlet is the brand you can trust. Our certified technicians do the job right to get you in and out in no time
flat. Hurry in for great deals on tires and auto services. We offer free tire rotations, free brake inspections, rebate offers on brand name tires, and a legendary price match guarantee on every set of brand new tires. Tire Outlet, wholesale prices, premium service.
Hey, this is Stevie Beechurst of Beechurst Plumbing. Growing up in Jacksonville, I was always proud when my dad would point at a building and say, I did the plumbing for that. That's the same kind of pride we instill in every plumber here at Beechurst Plumbing. And that's the kind of pride you can expect when you hire Beechurst Plumbing for your home or business. Right now, we're doing spring specials to get your project going. To find out how we can help you, visit beechurstplumbing.com. BETROS plumbing.com. Beechurst Plumbing, here to help.
If your hair is thinning and you're looking for an easy solution that will restore to RS PRP platelet-rich plasma. PRP, using your own platelets and cells to restore your hair where it's thinning. Combined with their FDA-approved laser hair therapy and pharmaceutical-grade products, all three will deliver one better result. Call IHRS now for a free evaluation and to find out if their PRP 45-minute treatment will work for you. Now there is a solution for any man or woman with any degree of hair loss. And it's all in one place. Call 904-777-IHRS. IHRS has been restoring hair for over 30 years. The staff at IHRS knows what it's like to lose their hair. And that's why they're ready to help you grow your hair back.
Schedule your free hair and scalp analysis today. Call 904-777-IHRS. That's 904-777-4477. Or visit hair4me.com.
Custom fireplaces, outdoor kitchens, and more. You dream it, they build it at CSS Fireplaces and Outdoor Living. Schedule a showroom tour and let CSS help you create your dream space. Visit CSSFireplaces.com.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, the official personal injury law firm of the Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
All right, welcome back. 9:37, hanging out here on a Hump Day Wednesday. You know what I got right now? I got Sharks tickets.
Yeah, we do.
How many do I got?
4 of them things.
4?
4 of them.
Sharks are home this week.
They are home.
You want to go see the Sharks?
Mustangs.
You want to go see E? More importantly.
That's the real show.
What day is the game, E?
Saturday, 7 p.m. kickoff.
Oh, you'll be at your best.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I'll be tuned up, Dan.
You'll be
tuned up.
Oh, I got to get to one.
You got to.
I ain't here this weekend, but I'll get to one soon.
Yeah.
I got to see my man E. Why is Dan Hicken getting a jersey and a football? No one knows.
Last home game, I gave Devin Lloyd a football.
Did you?
Yeah, he was there.
All right, Devin. Anyway, if you want to go right now to this Saturday, you're going to take your family. You come kind, you come courteous, you come correct at 641-1010, and he will hand you not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 tickets to Hawaiian Night.
It is.
I would be dressed appropriately right now.
You would.
I could go to the game from here.
First, I want to say 500 people gets a lay.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So you got that. So, yeah. Our 101 financial poll question, by the way, 22 minutes till the Jaguars unveil the stadium of the future. Oh, that's going to be good. I look forward to that. How do you feel about how the city should help? You know, should you go 50-50, $1 billion each? Cannot lose the Jags. Let the taxpayers vote, or Jags should pay the majority. 700-plus votes, so appreciate all the voting. And cannot lose the Jags is half of you, which is great. And 30 point, huh?
Can't lose the Jags.
No, 30% plus, say 50-50, $1 billion each. Man, we put $2 billion in this. This is going to be awesome. Now, again, you got to figure out how to do it, but that's why they're smart people, and that's why we're not them. We ain't smart enough. All right. We had something else to give away, too, don't we?
Yeah.
What else do we have?
We got a pair of tickets to see the Jumbo Shrimp.
Damn.
At 121 Financial Ballpark.
All right, here's what I'm going to do, E, because we're going to skip trending today because we're moving along.
Okay.
So fast and furiously.
Yeah.
So 641-1010.
Let's let these lines clear.
Did you give the Sharks tickets away yet?
No, not yet. I'm about to give them away right now.
Okay. Be kind, be courteous, and say, you have to tell E, do I want the Sharks or do I want the Shrimp? 4 tickets for the Sharks. And once they're gone, you got to play it smart, though. Got to play it smart. You may say, hey, I want the Sharks tickets. Well, they're gone. Sorry. He may dump you. So it's kind of a little game roulette deal we got cooking. Sharks or shrimp, your choice right now. But you got to be the first one, and you got to be kind and courteous. I'm just telling you. You got to be kind and courteous. Hey, Michael Oher made the College Football Hall of Fame ballot. Blindside guy. That's kind of cool. I like that. He's handing out the awards right now. We talked earlier about Grayson Murray of the PGA Tour calling for the Monahan to resign at the players' meeting yesterday. Rory McIlroy responded by saying, play better, and was met with a bleep off by Murray. Whether that's true or not remains to be seen, but yeah, that's what we got. So, good stuff happening all weekend, though, and we'll see how it goes. Oh, Eric Kresser's coaching now. Sorry, I just saw that on social media. I didn't mean to throw that your way. The Mets lost to the Braves last night. I just got my guy Jeff McNeil in left field. Couldn't pick up a baseball. Led to a Braves insurance run. It doesn't matter. We suck. Sorry, Judy Bug. We're up 4-1. We lost 6-4. I don't think it's going to go very well. So I tell you what we're going to do. We're going to take a break. We're going to make the turn for home. Tony's cruising in here with the Jags Today lineup. That's coming up when we return right here on 1010XL and 92.5 FM.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here.
What's the deal with the show?
The 1010XL Podcast Network is now available just about everywhere you find podcasts.
I mean, I think the show's going to be a huge hit.
Search for your favorite 1010XL podcast in your platform of choice.
Here's Linda Beaver.
We know that you have options when it comes to buying or servicing your vehicle. We also know that not all experiences are created equal. We promise when you choose to do business with Beaver, you will always get thoughtfulness about your time and hard-earned money, a team member motivated by desire to help you, and in lifelong relationships with a team that cares. Pair all that with a huge selection of inventory. You can't go wrong with Beaver Toyota in St. Augustine or Beaver Chevrolet in Jacksonville. We promise we're here to wow you.
Did you know that all graduates of Local 234's apprenticeship program are licensed journeymen? That means all plumbers, pipe fitters, welders, and HVAC techs will have hundreds of hours of experience and have passed the Jacksonville City Licensed Journeyman exam. They're the best trained and safest skilled tradespeople in the industry. Don't leave yourself exposed to inadequate workmanship or even danger. Always hire a licensed journeyman. Local 234. Make the right connection. Equal opportunity employer.
DivorceMenOnly.com. This is Kenny Lay of Kenny Lay & Associates. Our firm specializes in representing men in family law. That's all we do. That's our only focus. We can help with all of your family law needs, such as divorce, custody, alimony, and child support. For over a decade, we have helped thousands of men with these types of issues. We even have an appellate division ready to challenge a judge's ruling. If you need a family law attorney, go to DivorceMenOnly.com. DivorceMenOnly.com. Offices, Jacksonville.
You don't have to be a football star to get a signing bonus. The team at Republic Services needs your skills, and they're paying up to $5,000 for you to join the roster. You'll be joining a winner. As an essential business, the Republic Services trucks have not stopped rolling with hourly and weekly pay and better benefits and vacation packages than the rest of the league. Driver trainees, $1,000 sign-on bonus. CDL drivers, $3,000. Diesel mechanics, $5,000 bonus. Join the winning team at Republic Services today. Visit republicservices.com.
Equal opportunity employer.
This Day in Sports History is brought to you by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
On June 7th, 1989, Wayne Gretzky wins the NHL Hart Memorial Trophy, awarded to the league's most valuable player. This was his 9th honor in 10 years.
Active and pain-free. That's the ticket. Dr. George Barry here, and I know that's the goal of every patient I see. They want the best possible care so they can go back to enjoying life. That could be pickup basketball, golf, tennis, running, or just working out. It all requires you to be as healthy as you can be. If joint pain is taking its toll on your active lifestyle, come see me at Barry Orthopedics. We have locations all over Jacksonville and can diagnose and treat even the most severe joint pain. A homegrown Jacksonville practice. Find out more at BarryOrthopedics.com.
When it comes to commercial fence services, Superior Fence and Rail has you covered. If your business needs automatic gates or security fence and railings, trust Superior with your next commercial project. Superior's team delivers great communication, high-quality products, and exceptional customer service. Just read any of their 2,300-plus reviews.
When you're on the fence, about a fence, SuperiorFenceandRail.com.
If golf is your thing, you might want to check out Hidden Hills Golf Club. At Hidden Hills, we simply love the game, and we take great care of our golfing friends. Check us out at hiddenhillsgc.com. You'll be glad you did.
I'm Jeff Middlecoff with Trustline Mortgage. My business partners, Alan Tyre, Bill Pappas, and Ken Rimley, have been helping clients all over Florida with their construction perm loans for 34 years. Construction perm loans are not easy to find because a lot of banks and credit unions don't understand them, and therefore they don't like to do them. Well, your problem is solved. Trustline Mortgage wants to help you build your dream home. Our construction perm loans are single close, so you save money by not having to close twice, like with other lenders. Some of our construction perm loans allow you to lock in your interest rate up front. And if interest rates go down, we'll give you the better rate. We offer up to 100% VA loans, up to 96.5% for FHA loans, and up to 95% for conventional loans. Call Trustline Mortgage today at 381-LOAN. That's 381-LOAN to find out how we can help you build your dream home. Or visit our website at trustlinemortgage.com. Trust your instincts and follow the line to Trustline Mortgage.
Certain restrictions apply. See office for details. Trustline is an equal housing lender. MLS number 331480. If you want to get into broadcasting, 1010XL is partnering with the Broadcasters and Sportscasters Mentoring Group to offer on-air broadcast training to a select few. Find out how you can be mentored at getintobroadcasting.com. GetIntoBroadcasting.com.
Hey, it's Joe C., and we want to see who can challenge me and the XL Primetime Gang for the Sonny's Barbecue Rib Eating Contest, live right here at the 1010XL Studios. Text the word RIB to 641-1010 for your chance to enter in Rib Mania for America as we gear up for America's birthday. Contest will be live on air June 27th, and you can be part of all the action. Thanks to Sonny's Barbecue for providing the ribs. We just need you to see if you can beat us. Text RIB to 641-1010 for your chance to enter.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, the official personal injury law firm of the Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Now, the 2-minute drill. Brought to you by Tire Outlet. Tire Outlet is now hiring. Visit TireOutlet.com/careers. Equal opportunity employer.
Hello, Tony.
Good morning.
No, it's not, but that's okay. The Metropolitans took it on the chin to your.
You know, I was getting ready at one point last night to call the city of Atlanta and say, "What's the deal, guys?"
Yeah, 2 hours of no rain.
Yeah, like I'm watching all the Braves reporters I follow on Twitter. It's like, can someone tell me why any of this is in a delay? And it's like, it's been 2 hours, not a drop of rain.
What was the deal? Did they think there was more rain in the forecast?
There was rain in the area.
Oh, okay.
I assume there must have been lightning with some of that. And
that's frustrating.
Just
for
none
fans.
of it got to the ballpark.
Yeah.
And so a game that was supposed to start at like 7:20 wound up starting at 9.
Yeah. And I had a 4-1 lead, and I went off to do something, and I came back, and it was 5-4, and I said, good to see we're back at it, like champions that we are. Anyway, neither here nor there. What do you got cooking today?
We'll have John Shipley and Demetrius Harvey joining us for the program here this morning. Demetrius walking in the door right now.
I'm going to come at you like a spider monkey, Ship.
Going by the window right there. So we'll get into their thoughts on the Jaguars offseason to this point. Our question of the day today I asked yesterday about Josh Allen, right?
Yes.
And what kind of year would he have to have for you to feel comfortable offer if the Jags were to offer him that 4 years, $80 million? Well, today we got good enough response yesterday. I was like, okay, let's continue the trend.
Okay.
So today's question of the day, what would Calvin Ridley have to accomplish this season for you to be in favor of the Jaguars offering him a 4-year, $84 million deal, which would make him the 9th highest paid receiver in average annual value? So same slot as Josh Allen. We haven't seen Calvin Ridley play in 2 years. It's a few $1 million more for Calvin on that deal, but what would he have to do this year for you to be like, yeah, make the offer?
The Jaguars think tank is what we got coming up right here. This is
what we're trying to do,
This is good.
Yeah.
This
and we'll react to whatever they're going to let us know here in 10 minutes about whatever
the stadium
is going on at the stadium.
Stadium unveil.
Yeah.
$2 billion. It's like when you're building a house, you put all the bells and whistles on the house.
Mm-hmm.
And then maybe maybe we can't do that restaurant right next to the stadium. It looks awful good, though.
We'll see, yeah.
What about that sports book? Can we do that? Is that legal? Have a great week.
Probably
Thank you,
not
Tony.
in the state of Florida yet. Maybe in 4 years.
Yeah. Yeah.
By the time we get it rolling, maybe.
Oh, I like that. This is going to be a fun day. All right, well, have a great show.
Thank you.
Tony's getting ready. Ship is here. Demetrius Harvey. The boys are ready to roll. And hold down the fort tomorrow there, knucklehead.
I got you, Dano.
All right. All right. It's E solo tomorrow.
Let's run it. Let's run it.
Have a good day. Thanks, E.
Bye, Felicia. The Drill on 1010XL from the studios of